This is either madness or brilliance.
That's got to be the best part I've ever seen.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the one and the only Rumboyz Fantasy Network. If you guys have not already, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Dive off into our live chat. Start building this wonderful community here on the pirate ship. And also spike that like button. This is Rumboyz After Dark. And as always, I am joined by my very loyal, trustworthy, and esteemed pirate crew here on this voyage, representing the Give Me Money, the GMM Network, Bogart, Scott Free. What is going on, bro?
Hey, Rumboyz After Dark, give me money.
Deli, bro. I love that you're here.
Love being here, Admiral.
On the clock. Ba-ba, representing Clock Management Fantasy Football Podcast. Make sure that you guys check him out in our homies section. If you have not already, go subscribe to him. Justin, around these parts on Friday nights, we call him White Chocolate. What's up, bro?
What up, man? I'm ready to keep us on the clock, manage this thing, make sure that we keep it in check.
I love it. Ladies and gentlemen, our special guest of the evening. You can find her articles with the fantasy footballers. Sunday, she is running things on Roto World, giving you guys live updates. I wouldn't be where I'm at in this industry without our special guest tonight. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm so pleased to announce Stepmom Lauren.
Hi, you are so full of BS. Of course you would be where you are. Whatever.
You inspired me. You inspired me. You gave me my first kind of like notch in like the industry, like kind of when you were like, yeah, like I was on Rumboyz and like they're certified. Like that was like pew, like from there. Like
oh, I love you. Yes. Well, hey, I'm glad I could contribute in some small way.
We had to get you. We had to get you here in 2020. We featured you twice in 2019. We had to get you in 2020. So thank you so much for making time. And by the way, happy birthday to you. Happy birthday.
Hey, it's her birthday.
Thank you. I'm 29 again for like the 400th time.
So you're like on the cusp. You're a Scorpio Sag.
I am right on the cusp. So it's actually tomorrow, which is like kind of in a few hours. But yeah, I'm literally, so I'm crazy Scorpio, but I do have enough Sagittarius that it does kind of bring me down a little bit. But I do have enough Scorpio to still be a little crazy. How? I don't understand that.
Tonight's a great pregame then for tomorrow. It's also my girl's birthday. Let's go ahead and bring in our other two guests representing the Fantasy Football Podcast. He actually just did a show last night with Stepmom Lauren. You guys should go ahead and check that out. Download their app.
He's also full Sag.
He is. Fantasy Football Spin. What up?
Only from the waist down.
Horse, he says.
We haven't even gotten into the topic and we're already starting like this. Fuck.
Not even a sip of alcohol yet either.
Yep, not even.
What's wrong with you?
Let's first do our ads.
Oh, it'll happen.
Representing Rumboyz.com, the Rumboyz Combat Division. He has a busy day tomorrow and then also next week because he gets to cover the late, great Mike Tyson and Roy Jones Jr. But he's here tonight to discuss football with us. Ladies and gentlemen, Jake, the great, the bearded one of Rumboyz.com. What is good, bro?
Doing well, man. Take it light tonight because UFC has to kick off at 10 at night and have 2 title fights, so that'll be fun.
That's brutal.
Oh yeah.
Hey, did anyone notice
if you feel bad,
the
you can buy
late
some
Mike
merch.
Tyson?
Nice plug there.
Nice.
Yep. Head to Rumboyz.com. Go to our merch section. Definitely support Rumboyz.com or Rumboyz.
Hashtag beat Justin in merch sales.
Yeah. Hashtag beat merch. Yo, it's a holiday season. I need y'all to ramp it up for me.
Hey,
all right.
y'all got schmediums in the combat joints?
No,
I need a schmedium.
only in the clock management ones.
Okay.
Tiny your ass is. You just as small as me, bro. So yeah, you're right about that schmedium. We need to hit the baby gap, bro.
Baby gap, give me money.
We're ordering off the Rumboyz Kids line, bro. We're ordering off of Rumboyz Junior.
Great.
Bro.
I just love how Robbie keeps looking that way, like it's like he's talking to, like, hey, Bogard.
Yeah.
I always get so confused with the different like up and down and left and right. So not to like humble brag here, but I will. But I was on the NFL Fantasy Live on NFL Network, and so it's like it's a Zoom link, right? But it's still the same awkward like left and right, up and down that you can't do. So if you see when they do like the fantasy bunch, you'll see me up at the top. And you have to like look down and then look to the side. It is so confusing to try to do. Like it's nuts.
No, I watched and it was great. But you did amazing.
All we had to do is ask 2 questions, and I still like. So actually, I don't know if you all know this, but I actually kicked my table right in the middle of my first question, and my screen went blank. And I was like, oh no. And I was like, what do I do with Michael Thomas? And I'm like trying to like make sure wires are plugged in and shit. It was really bad. But luckily it didn't look too horrible. But I was like, oh my God, no, I seriously probably just screwed this whole entire segment.
I love it.
He's actually a really good friend of mine. Yeah. So I'm in a league with Adam Rank, and he's he's one of the reasons I'm even in this industry at all. So I got into a league with him, and I told him kind of what I do. I have a Bachelor of Journalism. I love to write. I love sports, blah, blah, blah. He's like, well, you need to really get into writing, and you need to get serious about this. And without his encouragement, I wouldn't be what I'm anywhere near to what I'm doing now. So thanks to him, he's funny. If you ask him about it, he's saying like, the Blink 182 to his Real Big Fish. I'm like, well, now Blink 182 is like over. So thanks. Thanks for keeping it relevant.
Hopefully you were Travis Barker, because he's like still going places right now.
Oh yeah, of course. I love that. He's really big into UFOs too, I think, which I super love.
Tell Adam.
I will.
Give me money.
Tell him give me money one, right? But tell him I miss the mustache, because the beard's cool. His mustache was signature, man.
That's actually how Adam Rank and I end up having a debate. I think we featured you first, Lauren, and then we featured Adam, and then we featured you again, and then it was just like it was an awesome thing in 2019, and it was great. And then COVID happened.
I think you had Adam Rank first, and then me, and then Adam Rank. Yeah. He's one of those really cool. He's like got this kind of saucy attitude on social media, but he's one of the nicest people in the industry that I've ever met. He's just a really, really cool person. It's really awesome. I hate being like, oh yeah, my friend Adam Rank. Like, hang on a second.
They started from somewhere too. They were just
he's good people, really good people. I'll tell him to like rock the mustache game.
Speaking of starting somewhere, we all started somewhere in our fantasy football careers, but at some point we do got to start somewhere on this show of filling ourselves. Okay. Guys, bars are closed. Bars are closing again, but guess what? Bar is open.
Not in Florida.
Well, y'all are different. We understand.
Florida even a state? Is that even?
It's its own place of like just absolute insanity.
Yeah.
It's Florida man, Florida woman. Just that's how it happens.
Sometimes I tell people I'm from Florida and they believe me.
We see the chat. I can't understand homie speaking French in the chat though.
Yeah, right. I'm reading this chat too. I'm like,
what?
Je ne sais quoi.
So are we doing this shot or what?
Yes. Yeah. Cheers to me. Cheers to you. All the rum boys and girls, what it do.
Let's go.
Dilly. Bogart, monkey knife fight.
Hey. Speaking of monkey knife fight, if y'all love winning that cold, hard cash, we encourage you, rum boys and girls, to head on over to monkeyknifefight.com to get you a quadruple dose of legal, legit daily fantasy sports prop action. And when you head on over to monkeyknifefight.com, you use promo code RUMBOYS. I'm gonna match your first deposit all the way up to $50. You drop 10, you get dub. Drop dub, get 40. But if you drop 50, you get that full hundo, and it's all going down, less or more. Rapid fire, touchdown dance, and you'll be doing a dance when you start winning some of that cold hard cash. And like I said, rum boys and girls, that's promo code RUMBOYS. Get in on this daily prop action. Oh, Sundays are like, oh, get it now.
that was the most like passionate like ad read.
That was a
at the end
passionate
there.
one.
Yeah, he's like,
That was
oh,
a passionate one.
just go.
Because you know why? Because we broke the streak last night.
Last
we
night
broke
we
the
broke
prime
streak.
time for 3 weeks, and it
2
started
weeks.
with Nick
2
Foles.
weeks. Don't you do that? 2 weeks.
It was Nick Foles though. Nick Foles Rams. That one just that was the one. It was just like
You listened to me. That was the problem. I'm 0 for 6.
It felt good to get back on track and just be able to write an entire game script that went to the T.
I'm sorry, we gotta go back to this whole Nick Foles situation, Sven.
Oh, jeez.
He told me what happened on the podcast. I'm like, what did you do? Why
And I
did
still
you do
won
this?
though, but I texted Bogard and Robbie about the same exact thing with starting Nick Foles over Kirk Cousins.
I was
That's it. That's
watching the
all I'm
game
gonna say.
and
That's
I
all I'm gonna
literally
say.
felt your pain.
So hold on, Sven, really quick.
Matchups don't mean shit. That's
Sven,
what that tells me.
Sven, we
It's
are in
Nick
the
Foles.
same. We are in the same damn group chat for Monkey Knife Fight DFS. We can easily copy each other's props. You choose to do other things.
No, but
Really?
this was a season long. This
I
was
don't
a
know
season
this.
long.
I don't know these things.
What do you mean? We do.
No. This was my league. This was a league.
Oh, your league.
this
Oh,
is
okay,
a-
okay,
yeah,
okay, okay. I thought you were
yeah.
talking about Monkey Knife Fight. I was like,
I won by
don't do that.
1.5 points.
We had talked
1.5.
about the strength of schedule, looking at matchups based on your playoffs, which is very important because if you're not past your trade deadline yet, pay attention to those things. Look at the matchups. Look at the strength of schedule. So we're looking at this, and Sven brought up the importance of not necessarily always relying on the matchup. Yes, because when you have the Bears or when you watch a Bears football game, you might as well take a nap. There is no offense.
You might as
because
well
the Bears
hibernate
have
like a
no
bear.
offense. The Bears have zero offense, and their defense is so good that their opponents have zero offense. It's the most boring game of football you can ever watch unless you were born in like 1946, and that's the kind of football that you like to watch. That's how it is. Why did you ever start at Nick Foles?
Back
Then?
in my day.
I'm putting you on.
She's making me feel even worse than yesterday.
I'm putting you on blast, my friend.
I'm loving that she's already coming out with like the hot takes. I haven't even gotten into
it's
the show
live.
sheet.
Because we're
I
live.
know. just spitting venom, just ready.
Mama knows.
I
Mama
deserve
knows.
it though. Trust me, I deserve it. I literally was sitting there and I'm just like, I deserve to lose. I'm gonna lose. I deserve to lose. And then I check and I won, and I was
And
like,
then
all
he
right.
reverse jinxed it like the best of them.
Yeah, he was
really
trying
quick.
to. He's trying to slash my David Montgomery trade for candidate for the
That's
playoff.
right. Check out
I
my
did
latest
the same
podcast.
thing.
I think I would probably, depending on my situation, I'd probably take David Montgomery for.
Well, he's
for
a good
my-
RB2 flex. He's not going to be your RB1 for garbage.
I
Blech.
managed to pull off.
Give me him as a flex. As a flex,
Yeah.
if I could get him as a flex right now, yes.
He's guaranteed to get you points because there's really like nobody else, and their schedule
he
is
gets all the
ridiculously
volume.
good for running backs. It's insane.
Yeah. Like you said, he's on the Bears.
Really quick, guys, just want to let
But
everyone.
he doesn't have to get a pass from Nick Foles to be successful.
In
Really
fact,
quick,
it-
I want to
you
let everyone.
Foles ignored it completely.
We're gonna
Hold
see
on,
Mitch.
hold on.
Okay, bye.
Calm down. Calm down. Okay, really quick. We are live on sportscaster.com and the Sportscaster app on all iOS devices. If you have an Apple iPhone, be sure to join us on Sportscaster and the Sportscaster iOS app on all Apple devices. Join the biggest online sports community worldwide. You can join just the Rumboyz Fantasy Network, Yard Barker, Clutch Points, many other great analysts in the industry over on sportscaster.com and the Sportscaster app. Be sure to head over there, and you too can be a sportscaster as well. Dilly, you guys. Let's dive into tonight's show sheet. I like how everyone's like, football, let's go talk about it. That was just
Have we met?
Yeah, we definitely have.
See, then there you go.
Yeah. Last night, let's get into our Thursday night football recap. Let Russ cook. Definitely a thing. Let Russ Cooks gets the Seattle Seahawks back in the driver's seat in the NFC West. The division has been competitive all year, but is it going to end this way? Division predictions, and I'm actually, just because I want to see the look on y'all motherfuckers' faces, going to start with our 49ers fans right across from me. Hi, guys.
Hey,
Hey.
I am one of those.
I know. Yeah.
Listen, you know what? I'm gonna say, like, if I want to say complete team on offense, I probably would say Seattle. Once they get Chris Carson and company back, you know what I mean? Like, they got Carlos Hyde. You seen what they could do when they have their run game intact. You know, even if it was just Carlos Hyde, you know what I mean? Because letting Russ cook.
Or Bo Scarbo.
Yeah, the legend.
Dude.
The legend of Bo. But you know, the Cardinals, man, like, you know, the Cardinals are just way more fun to me. You know what I mean? And I think Russell's, their secondary, there's too many gaping holes there. You know what I mean? Like, that's going to be their Achilles heel down the stretch. Winning the division, I'd still give it to them, but I'm going to root for the Cards because they're way more fun. Shout out to Nuke Skywalker. You know what I mean? And you've seen what they could look like when they have their complement of their run game going. You know what I mean? So, but I'm going to have to give it to Russ and them because their schedule down the stretch is it's kind of light.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean,
Arizona.
kind of light. They have the NFC East
Yeah.
left, so and then what's left of the 49ers.
Yes.
Gavin, we're gonna get there. Go ahead. Continue.
So I mean, yeah, they're definitely going to finish first in the division. I mean, they just beat the Cardinals, which gives them a good healthy lead. And I'm not too worried about the Rams. And then with the schedule they got left, I think they'll be fine. Although the 49ers, that interdivisional game, I hope they do upset them on that last game just to bring their confidence down a notch going into the playoffs. And they seem the Seahawks seem to always lose that last game going into the season or postseason. But I think they win the division for sure. I love how the Cardinals team is built and how they play. It's fun to watch, but so are the Seahawks. I mean, DK is just phenomenal. I love watching that guy out on the field.
He's a man beast.
Yeah, and when Russ makes the play last for 15 seconds, I mean, nobody is staying with DK that long. So, I mean, yeah, I got to go with them. Russ is going to get it done. It's what he's done season after season after season. So,
I do want to say the Rams got the best defense, though, in that division and arguably one of the best in the game right now. So, it's going to be a fun stretch.
So Sean, tying your question in with this segment, I don't think that anyone is looking them. I want to before I fully divulge my feelings, I want to let the panel go.
You're going to have me kick it off talking about the Rams? Okay, let's go.
Yeah. I mean, that question came in actually perfectly timed. Actually, yeah. Step on Lauren.
The Rams suck. Plain and simple. The Rams have an excellent defense. Their offense is garbage because Jared Goff is garbage. That's what it is, plain and simple. You cannot win this division without good offense. And I understand that Jared Goff has some options. Sean McVay is Bill Belichick 4.72. I don't even know. I don't care. I say this because I'm a very bitter St. Louisan. That's why I say this. But in all reality, I do. It's like tried and true. And you're idiots and you got rid of Todd Gurley, whatever you're thinking. I don't know. Like, oh, my degenerative knee. He's doing great for the Falcons. So there you go. But what the Seahawks really need to do and what they
without trying.
I know he does. He's like, oh my God, I fell over like Austin Powers in the end zone. Like, well done. So, but what the Rams really need, the Seahawks, I just now have Rams on the brain now. But the Seahawks really needed to do is they needed to keep Kyler Murray off the field. And they ended up doing a pretty good job of that. They dominated in time of possession. They also ran like 20 fewer plays in week 11 as opposed to when they played in week 7. It was just crazy how much slower this game was as opposed to when they met previously. So when you give Kyler Murray more options, more opportunities, it gives him more explosive plays, right? More chances to get, Nuke Skywalker involved. Great freaking line there. I love that. But also when you have a slightly slower pace of play for Russell Wilson, he doesn't turn the ball over. He had astronomical amounts of turnovers in the last couple weeks, especially against the Cardinals. He's really struggled maintaining control of the football and keeping possession. Now, if you just kind of limit that, slow him down just a little bit, he can maintain. There were 0 turnovers in week 11 Thursday Night Football, which was really exciting to see. So if he can do that with Chris Carson coming in and adding into that run game, he is better than Carlos Hyde, and Carlos Hyde is still really good. So they have a nice balanced offense between their run game and between their passing, especially with DK Metcalf. The absolute phenom that is Tyler Lockett, one of my favorites. Hot Lockett, here we go. Someone else said in the comments who you should trade away for T. Higgins and AB. Dude, you keep T. Higgins. His playoff schedule is absolutely insane.
Yes.
He's going to be your wide receiver 1. Do not trade him away for anybody. You keep and hang on to him. Steelers could be number 1 if James Conner connects. Yeah, and Steelers can be number 1 if they can actually prove that they have a run game other than what James Conner has shown. I don't disbelieve it, but I haven't seen it yet. And until that run game can take a step forward, I think that's going to happen this week. Then we're going to see if they can go to the Super Bowl. Until then, I'm still skeptical.
Sven, before
I just
you
traded
go,
away Christian Kirk, and Gibson for Montgomery and Higgins. And
I'm done.
Nice.
Done. Boom.
yeah, live it up.
Mic
Wow.
drop right there. Luigi, mic drop.
Really quick, I just want to point this out. First off, it's analysis like that. Why? That is one of the people that inspired me in this. That right there, that Higgins take. That's that Higgins take. What have we been saying all year, guys?
Yep.
I don't know, Higgins. So yeah, I definitely appreciate that.
Is what I call him.
I love the breakdown of Seattle.
That's been one of the ones I've been dropping here and there.
What I want to differ is I don't necessarily want to say that the Rams necessarily suck because they're in it, and when you have a head coach,
and their logo is stupid.
But their logo is fucking stupid.
Aaron Donald is the quarterback.
I'm kidding. This is just me being bitter. So just take what I say with the greatest salt.
You're used to them being in St. Louis, and that I get that attachment. So I understand that. Like me having lived in LA, I don't like really them there. I don't like.
And you guys were so much more gracious
again.
about the Rams going from Cleveland to LA to St. Louis back to LA. You guys were so nice. You're like, we'll still root for you, Rams. Meanwhile, St. Louis is like, yeah, go back to your second wife who got a boob job and finally got rich from her old man's money that just died, bitch. Like that's how
I'm the opposite. I won't cheer for the Rams. I won't cheer for the Rams because of that. Because it's like you leave, you come back, you leave and you come back, and it's like I don't like that.
Make up your mind.
Yeah, make up your mind.
Rams.
Yeah, so I don't. Thank you, Bogart. So that, but I will say that. But they have Sean McVay, boy genius, Jimmy Neutron, as their head coach, and as long as you have Jimmy Neutron calling plays, he doesn't have as big of a head, okay, guys. But I say it because he is a boy genius. As long as you have Jimmy Neutron calling the plays, then things.
Sean
tend
McVay
to
was my little brother when I was in the Big Brother program.
things tend to tilt in your favor. So I think that the Rams can edge out Arizona. I am looking at specifically Jordan Love somewhere in the chat somewhere. Hopefully he pops up, he hears this, and he's pissed, and I want it to happen because I want him to just rage article on rumboyz.com. Robbie's wrong. This is the reason why, yada, 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 yada. But I do think that as long as that is your head coach, they have a shot.
Or they can just, swallow their tongue like they did the last Super Bowl.
LA's title town right now. Dodgers, Lakers,
I love the bitterness.
Rams have pressure.
Tampa has it too.
Rams have pressure. Tampa has it too, but they're going to come up short just like the rest of Tampa. So
well, they just won
Florida.
Whatever. They just won the Stanley Cup.
Florida's discount California. You guys want to be California, but
oh no, we are old redneck California. You got to make sure you got that right. Make sure you get it right.
Sunshine State as well.
Spin is your turn.
Are we still talking?
California if you substituted the cocaine for meth?
Substitution is usually both. That's just how that goes.
Oh.
I'm stomach is
And
already
Gators.
starting to
Don't
hurt.
forget the Gators.
Oh, Spin, your turn on.
Are we doing Rams or are we talking Seattle?
How does the
We're talking weirdos in Florida, I think is where that went.
Seattle or the Cardinals and MVP stuff.
Thank you, Sean.
Next question.
How does the NFC West match up?
So I know I predicted Arizona would win it last week. It was looking pretty good, but then I'm really looking at Seattle's schedule, and they could literally go undefeated. They have the Eagles, the Giants, the Jets, the football team, the Rams, and then the Niners. I mean, I think they could easily win all of those. So Seattle's probably going to walk away with this one. We've also seen that you don't have to have somewhat of a good defense to make it to the Super Bowl. The second time the Patriots and the Giants went, neither of them had a good defense that year.
The Colts with Peyton Manning.
It's Peyton Manning.
Yeah, but that's my point. The offense carried that thing.
It's Peyton Manning, and I mean, it's also Russell Wilson. Exactly. It's also Russell Wilson. He's been there. He's won it. He knows how to play the game. Kyler Murray. This is such a great year for the Cardinals, though. And it's making Cliff actually look like a good head coach. Yeah. This is working out. It's interesting. Isaiah Simmons actually decided to show up last night.
Right.
So so Seattle, I don't know. Russell MVP, I don't know yet. I really don't know.
Hey, y'all are gonna stop with the memes. This isn't not anyone on the panel, okay? Because but all y'all out there in the memeville, y'all gonna stop memeing Kyler Murray with these little midget ass jerseys, okay? It hurts my feelings.
He's tiny. He is tiny, but he's damn good at football.
So I'm all right. So being
Allen, Texas.
Kyler,
He's 40 minutes. He's from 40 minutes north of where I live.
I'm gonna put it like this: me and Kyler were both 5'10".
Maybe his hair makes him look bigger,
I'm an inch taller. No, with this hair, I'm an inch taller.
I think his hair makes him look taller.
Hey, go back and watch the interview, y'all. You'll see who's sitting in that chair higher.
Is Drew Brees
There is
5'11"?
nothing wrong with being below 6 feet. Every man in my entire family is below 6 feet. In fact, I think the tallest one is 5'10". And here I am, the only woman in both generations, my mom and my dad's side, that is 5'6". So I'm almost as tall as both my brothers and my dad.
I'm 5'7", and the doctors told me that my son, he's on pace to be 6'2", and I pray every night.
Do it. I'll pray with you, Luigi.
Your son's gonna dunk
coasters.
on you, bro. Your son's gonna be like, Dad, in the driveway now. And he's just
6'2", give me my name.
Give me my name.
It is kind of weird because my husband's over 6 feet tall, so it's like, oh yay.
But that's
Okay.
in my family.
Can you reach that for me?
There's 6-footers in my family, so I'm hoping he got the 6-footer Gino.
Did you wrestle, Luigi?
Yeah, I actually did. And
There you go.
A funny story is, in my weight class, my first actual match that I actually, in practice you have to win. Then you're in the match this weekend.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then, bro, I had to wrestle a girl because she was in my weight class, and bro, she rocked me so hard.
Did you wrestle my sister? You wrestled my sister, Jasmine.
It was not even like I'm not even joking.
Bogart, when you said
when you wrestle and try to make weight, like for these weight
running with the
divisions,
garbage bags,
you put your body through hell, and it stunts your growth. Like
I know.
I grew up with a ton of really good wrestling friends, and like one of them, their entire family, including their mother, is over 6 feet tall, and he is 5'8".
I did Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu.
I
know.
imagine when Bogart
crazy.
said he wrestled, I imagine WWF though.
Oh yeah.
Seeing Bogart fly off the top ropes, like
Me and Jello, bro, we're a tag team, bro.
Jake, hit him.
Give me money,
Well,
frog
first
splash.
of all, we need Bogart versus Luigi.
Yes.
wow.
Different characters, except
Nice.
Bogart will be played by the Big Show, and Luigi will be shrunk because it'll be a mini mushroom.
Wow.
Yes. I like it. Dial it up.
Only on the Rumboyz YouTube page, Pat McAfee style.
Fantasy fights.
Well, wait, more seriously, the winner of that division, I think, gets the MVP quarterback-wise. And I do think it's going to be Seattle. I think Russell Wilson finally gets an MVP, finishing second
Or at least a
third
vote.
year after year. So
I
I think
just
he
realized
finally
y'all
will get
tied
one.
2 questions into one.
And hold on, their defense did kind of come to play on Thursday night. They got a safety.
Oh, yeah.
They
I
didn't
think
get a safety.
He finally
They were given a
needs
safety.
one at this point.
Yeah. That's
And if you think about the move to LA for the Rams, you sacrificed an LA great Reggie Bush knee for the Rams. Technically, he destroyed his knee in St. Louis, and then they went to LA. So you sacrificed Reggie Bush's career to get an NFL team. So it worked out.
Nice. When you put it like that, I'm like, Reggie Bush must be hot right now. He's
I'm,
like,
I'm loving the comments
Reggie
in
Bush
the
is
chat.
hot, yes.
I'm loving the comments in the chat.
Reggie
Blake
Bush
said-
actually sued the Rams or St. Louis Rams for having that little tart where he messed up his
Oh my
knee.
God, can I
that's
sue them
right, 'cause
too?
He slipped on that joint.
Yeah,
I
can I
should
sue
be
him
able
for my
to sue them for
fantasy
pain and
team?
suffering.
Emotional.
Well, if you would have
Let's
sued the
go.
St. Louis Rams for fantasy, I
Listen.
don't think you drafted the right players.
I think you get Nelly.
I have no
Nelly
Rams
in the
on my
class
team.
action lawsuit, and you can
No
get
St.
some
Louis
legs
Rams,
behind it.
good. Don't draft any St. Louis guy. Torrey Holt's a bad pick this year, I'm just saying.
Yeah,
Really quick.
Kurt Warner was great. Oh, in their Super Bowl win in St. Louis. No,
Kurt
I'm
Warner
talking about
was
suing the
great, man.
Rams just for my own personal pain and suffering.
Hey, I got a shout to the chat, Blake and Nick O'Brien. First off, Blake from the land down under. Shout out to our homie in Australia.
What's up, Blake?
He makes
up,
sure, like, I don't know what time it is in fucking Australia, but like he makes sure he is here.
Well,
Like, every
Bogart also
Friday
takes
night.
his pirate sword, too.
Oh, yeah.
Every single wrestling match, he
Right.
takes the pirate sword in versus the Big
I have
Show.
no props.
It gets slammed
Yeah.
through 3 tables.
I got
He said-
And then
said,
raises
I
the sword up
imagine-
and somehow wins.
He said, "I imagine Bogart wrestle with his mic in his hand."
yeah.
Then
And
Nick,
the sword.
commentary.
And the sword.
yep, and the
obviously.
sword.
And Big Show just pushes him to the ground and he somehow loses. But
Nick said
Bogart's
Bogart be like, girl who smacked me around in wrestling, give me money.
For real.
Lyrical Loop asks, Gio Bernard, Higgins, Mike Evans, Deontay Juice Johnson, or Melvin Gordon at flex. How are we feeling about this one?
Oh, Higgins and Johnson. No, there's Johnson there too. Juice Johnson. Oh, it's kind of
Higgins has the safest floor.
But Higgins he's playing against a respectable secondary. I kind of respect
Joe Burrow's going to throw the ball 60 times.
Lauren, let's go. Hold up.
But you know what though?
I bet you all think I'm going to say T. Higgins right now.
No.
I'm going to say
Deontay.
I'm going to probably throw this one to Deontay Johnson.
Yeah,
they're playing against Jacksonville.
Yeah.
And there's going to be a lot of throwing in this game. I really like it. However, this is one thing that I'm always going to say, Lyrical Loop, and I say it all the time. I'm going to give you one or two guys that I really like, but just because I say them does not mean you have to start them. Always go with your gut, because what your gut is actually trying to tell you is intuition. These are things that you have read, maybe heard in passing, that your brain is actually making connections in the back of your mind, and that's why you're questioning who you want to start on this. So always go with your gut on these. My two favorite out of here are going to be Higgins and Deontay Johnson. Your safest play here is going to be Giovanni Bernard if Mixon does not go. If you need some high upside here, I would go Higgins. I also love Deontay Johnson. Those two are going to be my two favorite ones. I personally would start Deontay Johnson over Higgins. But if you just need like 10 points or something, or 15 points or something, Bernard is going to be your guy. If that helps you make a better decision for your lineup.
Yeah, and I feel like Higgins can get you that safe 10 points as well, too.
I agree, but Tyler Boyd also can be super involved as well.
Yes.
So it just
Especially with that
depends on
pass
who
rush.
they're going to be covering, but the same goes for Deontay Johnson as well. So it's just going to be, the volume is there for T. Higgins because Joe Burrow throws a minimum of 30 attempts a game. Sometimes it's above 60. And obviously that's not great for a run game, and a run game, you know, without Joe Mixon. He sucks anyway. I despise Joe Mixon. But this is a high passing, high throwing game. So you make your choice out of those three guys and who best fits your needs and who you're playing.
And low-key might be
Gavin is hilarious. He's like, my gut told me to get both Kittle, McCaffrey, and Gaskin. So I'm gonna.
You might have just had a bit of indigestion. Happens to me all the time.
Yeah, take some Pepto.
All three of them are excellent choices. You can't
Kittle
ever
plays
predict
too hard.
injuries.
Yeah, Carry On or
Kittle would be my tag team partner in wrestling.
I would say Melvin Gordon here.
Yeah.
That's my take. I don't know about y'all.
Yeah, based on volume, I guess.
It's going to be Adrian Peterson. Did we talk about this, Fen?
We might have. Actually, we didn't know if DeAndre Swift was going to be
That's
out, though.
right.
That's the thing. They just ruled him out today.
Makes me so angry.
It's gonna be AP. I'm telling you, it's gonna be.
Yeah, I agree. It's going to be an Adrian Peterson
He's
game
gonna
because he's
gonna
like,
get carries,
I may
carry
be 7, but I am bionic. So he therefore has no age.
I am
Can he
fantasy
break a
football
record
Dr.
for starting a game at least once a year? He's eligible for like 30 years in a row. Because the 1 year was suspended, but every year he starts a game.
What, 1985? Yeah, I know.
AP puts the AP in AARP.
Yes, thank you.
Every year he starts somehow. And it's just amazing that he's still able to start an NFL game.
Yo, Stepmom Lauren's take was so great about AP that I'm taking a shot. Cheers!
Hey, AARP, give me my name. When we get old.
I know, right?
I think we just give you discounts. I don't think we give you
Yeah, right, whatever.
I came back, heard you
has
talking about
all day
AARP.
worn out
I
for him
assume we're
because
talking about
AD
Frank
is
Gore.
like all like decade now.
Adrian Peterson.
Another one. There you
Justin.
go. Both of them.
Gotcha.
Well, a lot
But
of you guys.
has all day worn out? It's all decade now, right? Because he'll play like 3 decades in the NFL.
Yes, I like that take.
God.
I
For
like that.
sure.
That's
He'll be 3 decades in and be like, I might hang it up now.
But either way, he still does look like he can get the job done. He can still run very well. He still kind of plows through people. And the Kerryon Johnson experiment, unfortunately, has been failing. So Melvin is a front wedgie. Ow.
Oh my God! Hey,
I would rather have Philip Lindsay out of those two. Just
Oh, me too, but he...
Oh my
You know what it is,
God!
though?
Every Sunday, Philip Lindsay, seven carries.
so is a front wedgie a camel toe?
I don't know. I've never. I was gonna say that. I don't experience much.
Or if you're
Wait,
super
hold
fit,
on.
it'd be a
Some
moose
parts they
knuckle.
call
I'm
it a deer foot.
inexperienced in the topic.
We
Yeah.
just have to get Melvin Gordon at 3 a.m. on a Tuesday night on a bye week. and then he's at his peak.
Nice.
So wait, really quick, the answer.
Getting pulled over and arrested for a DUI? For sure.
Yes,
Oh,
that's
God.
when he's at his highest and most and best feeling moment right there.
Yeah.
I will say,
On a bye week, by the way.
I think that you might be correct with that take about the Camel Tois. I think that is correct, but I will say front Reggies for dudes, like that shit sucks. Like when that gets right in between, like the space between your leg and the other stuff, it's tough. It's
Well,
tough.
then for dude, because I know if you're like super duper like morbidly obese as a lady, it's moose knuckle. So it could technically.
That sounds like a beer.
No.
I think there is a beer in that.
Like a
There's
whiskey.
camel toe,
Like a
there's
whiskey
moose
moose
toe.
knuckle.
There's camel toe, moose knuckle, and then for the little wee women, the little tiny things, they call it a deer foot.
Oh. I feel like that's an Indian name. Like that needs to be etched in my totem.
Pork knuckle.
My stomach hurts. I'm gonna have a 6-pack at the end of this episode. Fuck.
You probably do, man. You're skinny. You're mad skinny, bro. You're tiny.
Oh, I do, bro. I
You're
look like a
tiny.
fucking anime character
You're
when
tiny,
I'm like taking my shirt off. It's like crazy. It's like,
man.
who the fuck is that? Goku? Like, damn. Like I said that on a damn hyperbolic time chamber. So we'll get into the next topic because you guys kind of answered like the MVP where like you feel like it's gonna come out of this division either way. It goes between Kyler or Russ. I didn't hear a whole lot of hype around Josh Allen in that those kind of talks. Does anyone?
Well,
So
Josh
no,
Allen-
no.
If he has games like he did last week, I mean, 400 yards, like 5 touchdowns, like
He is
yes, he
vanilla
can do it, but
thick.
he is just.
The first 4 weeks,
I don't know.
Josh
I
Allen
just think
looked
divisional
phenomenal.
football comes down to it, and if you win that tough division, I think I'm going to take the competitive edge in who you played into account.
I think also his game where they scored not a single touchdown and they had like 6 field goals.
Jets.
It was 18.
Was it against the
14 or
Jets?
something.
It was
Was it?
against the Jets.
Oh,
yeah.
that's
They
bad.
were in that game.
I can't remember
It
which
was
one
bad
it was,
weather,
but like
too.
I was
It was
doing
like
the Sunday
40 mile
headlines and I'm
per
like,
hour
oh look, Tyler Bass kicked another field goal. And I was like, oh, did you blink because Tyler Bass kicked another field goal? And I was like, have they not scored a single touchdown?
I
And it was
remember
like
being mad that I didn't
3,000
start
points.
him.
I'm like, it's all from the kicker. And he missed
They
one.
killed it from
It's like,
20 to 20. It just when he hit that red zone, it just didn't go so well.
yeah, I think that does have a pretty big detriment against Josh Allen when it comes to that MVP conversation. Honestly, if we're just talking MVP, it doesn't necessarily have to be a quarterback. I'm going to put my 2 cents in there for Alvin Kamara, especially if they can go ahead and if they can win without Drew Brees, and it's going to be the Alvin Kamara show. Cheat code for anyone who plays at ESPN, if you did not pick up Taysom Hill, who is listed as a quarterback and a tight end, I'm sorry. Do it now if you can, because
Or
I
Flea
Your
Flicker,
single
where
QB
he's listed
league in
as
the
a
Super
quarterback and a
Flex.
wide receiver.
Who is?
Taysom Hill on Flea Flicker, he's a wide receiver.
Nice. But it's still, it's kind of one of those cheat codes. So I actually picked him up just on the off chance because I also have Drew Brees, but I'm not starting him in my quarterback position. He's going to be my tight end.
Any chance they go 2008 Dolphins Wildcat the entire game? And just confuse
But
defenses?
he hasn't been. Sean Payton came out after the reports of Schefter saying that he doesn't know who's going to be the starter yet.
But then he came up, but originally they had already said it was going to be Taysom Hill. Like,
I mean, I'm not going to
Isn't
start
it weird?
this now. It sucks. This is terrible.
So
not,
wait,
not for me.
It doesn't matter which one
He's
it's
in my
going to
tight
be.
ends.
I feel like if you have Taysom Hill at tight end,
Well,
yes,
I
you are
just-
going to start
I mean,
him.
no matter who starts
dropped
the
it.
game, they're going to
we're on
split
the
the.
Taysom Hill
They're
topic.
going to split.
Wait.
Yeah,
So-
Sorry, that was my bad.
topic.
That was my bad. That was my bad.
You're good. Because people started bringing it up in the chat, and I know Raj has been sitting in the chat just waiting. He's like, please talk Taysom Hill. He's like, I'm in Canada and my time zone is fucked. Like, just cover this so I can go to bed. Bro. All right.
Canadian bacon is clearly ham, by the way.
Hold on. Here's how I acquired my Taysom Hill, Jameis Winston debacle shares, right? I only did this in one league because when I wanted to stay away from the whole Winston or Taysom Hill, because I had a feeling that this shit was going to happen either way, okay? I knew it was going to happen either way. That's step one. Whether it's a smokescreen by Sean Payton or not. Step two. Step three. Sometimes spearing beer on your phone in the middle of a Scott Fishbowl slow draft, and you miss out when all the quarterbacks go, can actually later on turn out to be pretty good.
And you have Taysom Hill.
Yeah, and you get to save all your fab because you just kind of stream quarterbacks all throughout the fucking year, and you know, like all the rest of your positions do well enough for you to keep you mediocre enough to stay within the pack. But now I got Taysom Hill and Jameis Winston. So Sean Payton wants to do anything trickery wise, hey, I'm gonna say that I'm gonna start Taysom Hill, but really I'm starting Jameis. But then Taysom Hill's gonna be a tight end and do all these other experimental things, and he's gonna get snaps to court. I am loving everything about this. Now, is this a lot of risk to get the biscuit?
Would you start them both?
Hold here. Well, I am in the Scott Fishbowl League because of my situation is that bad at quarterback. And it's a 2 QB. You can start 2 QBs, and because I don't know what's going to happen, I'm starting them both. I am fantasy football Doctor Strange, but I don't have enough scenarios. I can't do this enough to predict what the hell is going to happen in the Saints game.
So when Drew Brees left last week, they incorporated Taysom Hill quite a bit, but they also used Jameis Winston quite a bit. I don't know what Jameis Winston scored, but I believe in PPR, Taysom Hill got almost 30 points. Like 28 something, I think. Don't quote me on that because I don't have it in front of me, but that was just without Drew Brees in there. And plus his little plays that he had done with Drew Brees in. So if that is going to be an indicative, example of what it is that we're going to see, that I'm going to want to have some shares of Taysom Hill playing for sure. And
Sean Payne puts the dick in indicative.
Right. So, and Jameis Winston is also an incredibly polar opposite quarterback from Drew Brees and also from Teddy Bridgewater. So a lot of people are trying to say that Taysom Hill wasn't really incorporated much when Teddy Bridgewater
Did you look at BYU film? Did you look at what he did at BYU?
They're totally different. They're completely different quarterbacks. So you really can't judge how Taysom Hill really produced under Teddy Bridgewater because I think they're going to game plan and scheme completely different than what it was before. And I think this little trickeration that they're doing with is it Taysom Hill? Is it not Taysom Hill? I think they're just trying to be super weird. I think both of them might have more of an even split than I think we kind of want to see, which is why I'm playing him at tight end and not a quarterback.
Exactly. Nice. Play him at tight end this week. Do not.
Because I need to step away for 5 minutes, but I'll be right back. Okay.
Yeah. You're fine. You're fine.
I want to say. If
Kelce,
right, the tight end sucks. So even if he gets you 3 points, it's probably better than the starter you're going to put in there.
Exactly. If we're going to mention non-quarterback possible MVPs, you got to mention Dalvin Cook too. He missed 3 weeks, but outside those 3 weeks, he's killed it.
Yeah. Am I the only one that doesn't?
I wanted you to save that take. I knew that you were going to say that. I had a segment that I was literally going to pitch that to you. God damn it, Justin.
Well, we're talking about MVP. Hashtag let Dalvin Cook.
We were, but we kind of went into the Taysom Hill topic. But I literally knew So I wrote something in the script about Mount Rushmore that was literally like that was me. Like, when a dad throws a ball up to his son, like okay, now just swing. Like I was gonna. Damn it. I knew that you were gonna say that. But I knew that's how well I know you. Yeah, I love my staff.
We just segued into 4 topics perfectly, if you think about it.
I know we've done really good, honestly. But Justin, I do gotta ask about how you feel about Taysom. If anyone has not seen your show, you and Perry are known for doing big type of leap of faith things. But you do it in a way that is also conservative. I don't know if that's backwards, but I think that you should kind of really hit on this because people should check out your content as well.
The way you said ass backwards was ass backwards.
Ass backwards. Yeah.
I am dyslexic, so I actually understood it.
Yeah. Shout out to Tech 9.
I stood under it.
I love it because like Stepmom Lauren was saying, I'm not putting him in as a quarterback because obviously I think this is going to be a lot more of a it's a committee at quarterback, which is insane, but that's what we're going to see. What we saw last week even, and it's going to go forward. So if you could get him in as a wide receiver or a tight end, definitely do that. But if you don't put him in as your quarterback, also don't put in Jameis Winston as your quarterback. I've seen people pick him up in league.
I'm in a position where I have to, so thanks.
Yeah, that could be, you may, it is 2020, 2 quarterback leagues. This may change things, but if you're in a 1 quarterback league, you got better options out there. So yeah, I don't want either of them as my starting quarterback, but if I could get Taysom Hill in there in one of these other positions, that's money. You're robbing the person you're playing this week.
Is Taysom sounds like a name where the parents got to be from Florida.
Yo,
we're gonna name him Taysom.
The bottle of Johnny Walker that Raj is sipping on
What we talking here? Blue?
Or no, bro. It's the XI21.
Ooh.
Yeah, bro. Special
Whoa.
fucking edition, gold case.
Okay,
Nice,
Raj.
nice.
I see you, Raj.
Bro, if you guys haven't been in the Discord, like Raj is the homie. Like Raj is just you have to get in Discord just to function with Raj. Like he's a different personality.
Raj turns up, huh?
Yeah, bro, he turns up. Like he's a different personality that I function with on like a lot of different levels. Like he's on to some shit, like especially like, you know, just life wise, entrepreneurial wise, like, you know, different shit that he's doing, different ideas that he has. Like
Canada wise.
Yeah, you gotta get in the Discord just to function with that man all around the clock because he's really like that. Like his personality is really just like that. He's a cool dude.
I bet you he's a smart Canadian too, where he's like, Drake's music is trash.
Yo, you gonna let Drake be? I was just turning up to some of that. Sven, how do you feel about? Or Sven, I think you kind of said how you feel about.
Real quick though, I want to say
What MVP?
My co-host Perry is probably going to be pretty bitter because in our league I am starting Taysom Hill as we start 3 wide receivers, so he's my wide receiver 3.
Nice.
Yo, that's nasty.
My response to you is, what is Flea Flicker?
It's another app for fantasy football. So it's that and Sleeper are my personal 2 favorites just
Fucking
because
Wilkerson.
Flea Flicker is so much more customizable. So you can change everything you want in there. It doesn't look
like a MFL almost.
It's way better than MFL.
Yeah, okay. I'm just saying though, like you can customize a lot in my fantasy league. Like,
fantasy football. Asking in the chat. Yeah, you're starting Thomas, bro. Like you're starting Thomas. Like
Michael Thomas.
Yeah, Michael Thomas.
Like
you're
it's
starting
just you can't
by the
not
way,
dim
guys.
him. What's up?
Especially if you've been sitting on
Spin and then Jake.
For what? What are we
To
doing?
put you off track, when I picked a new video game up, I bought Pokemon cards and pulled a Charizard.
Dude, holographic or what?
Is that hollow?
Yeah,
That's not Charizard.
Money.
Yeah,
Yes.
that's a new Charizard. That's a new
Oh,
Charizard
new?
hollow.
Get
And
out of here with
also-
this shit.
Right?
I have the entire first basic set.
Dude,
still
I
at
found my
house in New York.
OG
Every
e-reader
single
one
card.
too from 2001.
Ooh.
PSA 9.
Dude, it took me. I traded like a Blastoise, like a
I found my Blue Eyes White Dragon.
some shit.
I don't even know what that is.
Squirtle was my joint back in the days.
What's the topic, Robbie? Tell me. I'm sorry, I missed it. I blacked out for a second.
Squirtle.
You're fucking MVP, man.
He has Squirt in the name.
Oh.
I have a mint condition Squirtle, never been touched by human hands from 1998.
Nice.
Roger.
I don't know. I mean, Alvin Kamara is playing incredible. I personally don't think an MVP should necessarily be from a winning team as well. I think it's just the most valuable player. Just because you're on a winning team doesn't. Yes, you're playing good, but
you're talking about reversing a culture of how the award is picked.
Nah, I don't. I disagree with it. I don't. Yes, okay, they won the games, but like a lot of players have also been the most valuable player in the entire league. I mean, because running backs can't win games. You know what I mean? Like, yes, they can, but like quarterbacks are the ones that.
Adrian Peterson back in the days, though. You know what I mean?
Like yeah, of course. But like, I'm just saying though, like it's just.
But you're literally talking about bro.
Yeah,
like honestly, you're talking about changing a culture. Like, do you think that that's something that's possible? Like, to be
I don't
honest,
think it's possible. I really don't, because a lot of people don't think that way. They don't think like me. Like
yeah.
But I'm just saying, I don't think that it's necessarily from the winning team.
I just wanted to bring that up just because I respect where you are coming from. Stepmom Lauren also said the same thing. I'm not going to respect that that's a fucking Phillies jersey on that koozie.
WB Mason. It's a WB Mason, actually.
Oh, okay.
Give me printer paper!
The Phillies.
WB Mason, give me notepads!
Fuck Bryce Harper, too.
That's a nice card, dude. Nice blast.
But yeah. But no, dude, so that's the reason why I brought that up because I wish that we lived in that world, but I don't think that that's like if I could have my MVP, it would be like a receiver, it would be a running back. Yeah,
look at the efficiency, the games, like how you're like it's all encompassed, but they just see quarterback. Okay, he threw for 5,000 yards, 50 touchdowns, great. But like I don't know, I think there's a little bit more.
I think. To go,
Jake, how do you feel? Hold on, Bogart.
Yeah, go ahead.
What?
About the Charizard.
Jake, God damn it, Jake. How do you?
I'm listening.
You're MVP. Who's your MVP for this year?
Right now, it's Russ. I think he's going to take that division. It's probably the toughest division in football outside the NFC, AFC North, which I don't think Lamar or Big Ben are going to be in contention this year for it. So I think it's going to be the winner of that division.
I think Big Ben's comeback player of the year for sure.
That's fair. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Actually, Alex Smith maybe, dude.
That's fair.
This is just a story.
Better story.
Yeah.
Sorry about that.
You're good.
No problem.
We all do it all the time.
Yeah.
So I ordered a Walmart grocery delivery today, and it was supposed to be delivered between 1 and 2 p.m.
Wow.
And it just got delivered.
5 stars.
Yeah, fantastic. And plus, I needed a refill. So you guys have me for about another like 20 minutes or so.
Walmart, give me money.
I wish Walmart would give me fucking money.
Walmart's the mob.
Yeah.
Oh my
or
God,
just
word.
the groceries on time. That'd be cool too.
I'm gonna throw one name out there that nobody's thinking about. For MVP.
What?
No, it's not even 8 hours.
Aaron Rodgers.
8-9 hours.
I
8
was-
to 9 hours.
Aaron Rodgers for MVP?
26 touchdowns, 3 interceptions,
It has to be-
2,500 yards.
It has to be Russell Wilson's time. If it's not Russell Wilson, I want Josh Allen.
I will.
I'm just saying, Aaron could definitely be in the conversation come season.
I'm gonna say Russell Wilson because literally he is that what does he account for 68 to 70% of that offense? Maybe
Oh, of
even
course.
more.
30-something touchdowns already this
Yeah,
year?
if
30,
they win-
yes. 10 interceptions.
Yeah. See, and that's the thing that where I think Aaron Rodgers could be the shoo-in. Like, if he takes that team, because when do they decide? They decide before the Super Bowl, right? Like during that 2 weeks.
Yeah. It's regular season.
Right. It's regular season still, right? No, I'm talking about do they announce it championship weekend, like NFC, AFC championship weekend?
I think so. They have that. Usually have that award show, right? On,
Yeah, that's
on
right.
ESPN,
Yeah.
The night before.
Like the
Just
Pro Bowl
yesterday,
weekend or some
Russ
crap.
finished
Yeah.
second. It's ridiculous.
And I think, we're obligated to mention Mahomes as well in this conversation.
Oh yeah.
Aren't we though?
But
Aren't you?
Mahomes though, he actually has a defense this time around, so it's like
He's throwing.
I think MVP by definition is the most valuable player, right? So Russ is the most valuable thing they got in Seattle. You know what I mean? Like
He's thrown 1 interception this year.
But Bogart until
It was off the hands too. It was not his fault.
These comments are fascinating.
I know. I know.
I love our chat.
We have the most diverse group of
I'm just
people
looking at the
ever.
stats, and I'm just like, damn.
I see my boy Troy King in here. How you doing,
Yeah, I know.
Troy?
I saw TK. Yeah, I saw TK. TK will be on next week. TK.
He's so mild mannered. I hope you're not looking for anything fiery. He'll be very mild. Chill. That's how he rolls. Smooth as R&B, and he's gonna be so mad at me for saying
Smooth as
that.
his face, my man. When he's
I mean, me and we've talked. It's gonna be him and Linda Lyons. So we're going. Yeah.
Linda. Oh my God, she
Yeah.
brings out En Fuego. Linda is another one of my boos. See
Yeah.
what's good, SML. You are chill and mild mannered, my friend.
We were gonna
sorry.
have Steffi on as well, but she had a little.
She ain't feeling too hot right now.
Yeah, she ain't feeling well. So yeah.
Get better, Steffi Smalls.
Steffi, get better.
Hey, it's 9 o'clock. Does that mean we should take a shot or something?
It's actually 10, but get your time zones right.
Oh, shit.
Whoa,
It's
whoa.
He's
7.
in the great state of Texas.
It's 8.
I'm gonna drive to Florida. Let's go.
I got an extra room. Come on over.
Dude.
Before I take the shot, I want to shout out my local demographic here in Colorado Springs. That from this Cali boy, y'all is dumb as hell for sitting in the brand new In-N-Out line for 12 hours. Just because it opened up today did not mean that you had to sit through that. So I want to give it. This shot. I'm gonna actually pour some more up in here. This shot is for y'all that
In-N-Out Burger?
They
we have
opened
to-
one up in Colorado
Bro.
Springs, a couple in Colorado today.
Gotta get
Yeah,
it
Colorado and
animal style.
Aurora. Bro, this joint was trending on my Twitter feed today, and the amount of people are like, I can't believe I waited 12 hours. I'm like, you waited 12 hours. What
Yeah,
did
you can't,
expect?
right? Like it's like they were waiting online Black Friday, like for Cabbage Patch Dolls.
Hey, they
exactly.
could have gave me a cracker.
Like,
If I
you
waited
waited
12 hours, they gave me a cracker.
Hey,
These crackers
hey,
are
you
delicious.
waited 12 hours for a burger, not
It's
a
like
PS5.
fighting for a $50 TV that's only $20
And it's
in
not
Black
even that
Friday.
good.
You're buying a $7 burger meal.
Why is it
Waiting
gotta
for
be Black
hours.
Friday?
Yo, cheers to me, cheers to you, all the Rumboyz
everyone
and
makes
girls.
money.
Oh my
The
God,
Red's bad.
Bogart.
That was good.
What it do?
Always gotta take it there.
I love it.
Hey,
What you mean, you people?
I live there.
See, the thing is, I was waiting for me to do it, and he did it, and that's why I was like, oh shit.
Hey. Be honored by it. Red's bad, right? That means you're losing money.
Hey, Red happens to be my.
I was an
favorite.
accounting
I mean,
major.
do you
Yes.
make money
What is that?
Do you-
That's correct.
You're
Do you actually
such
really
a
make money
dork,
though when
Glenn.
you're
I
selling
love
stuff
it.
for like 30% off?
Here's a question.
My
that
best
I'm-
friend's in accounting, so I say that
No,
with.
I was an accounting major. I'm not doing accounting by any means.
Well, yeah, you're wearing
I'm
pink
sorry to hear
sunglasses and talking on a
Sounds
fantasy show.
Oh,
at-
I've
exactly.
been
On
held
a Friday
accountable.
night. On a Friday night, exactly.
Living the
No.
dream.
Dreams
Living
do come
the
true.
dream.
people,
Also a
okay?
part-time Wolverine
I love those glasses,
impersonator
by the way,
at kids'
Steve.
birthday
That
parties.
I
is
do love your
correct.
sunglasses. I do
That
love
is
your
That's
correct.
not cool. That's not
Girl.
cool, man. Wells Fargo just offered me an accounting position, and I'm probably gonna honestly take it just because
Wells
of
Fargo,
how.
give me my name.
Just
It's a
because
good
everything.
company. It's Wells Fargo.
Yeah, well,
It's
just because everything has a price, and like they bought me, like they pretty much bought me. Like,
Well, hey, if it works for you though, then it works for you.
Exactly.
You know what
Yeah.
I mean? Like, get it.
yeah, but I mean, honestly,
Hey, Robbie, I
I
made
don't-
the phone call. I was like,
he's like, I made the phone call. You wanna?
Hey, Wells Fargo, give
Bogart was
Robbie
like,
my
you know who's
name.
really good at math? You know who's really fucking good at math?
So
But
Luigi
yeah.
called me up and he's like, Lauren, you got any connections in accounting? My boy Robbie needs some help. I was like, hold on, let me call Adam Rank. And I was like, Rank, you got anybody? He's like, hold on, let me call Marcus Grant. Marcus Grant, you got anybody? He's like, yeah, let me go back to Luigi.
I
Luigi,
know
you
a
got
guy
somebody? He's like, I know a
who
guy at
knows a
Wells
guy.
Fargo. That's
I'm
how that all
not
went
ready.
down.
I'm not ready to go back to corporate America. Like I'm honestly
It
not.
sucks.
Like,
That's
that
why I
shit-
left it. It sucks. But
That's
this
why
is
I
a
left
whole new
too.
world. This is a whole new world,
I've never
Robbie.
been
And
there.
get it. If this is where your life is taking you, don't turn down
Yeah,
these
exactly. I'm not gonna
opportunities
turn
to
down
maybe
money.
go
if
outside
they're
your
trying to
comfort zone.
give
a
you
little.
money, you go.
Yeah.
get it.
It's more people to
That's
tell about
Bogart's
the
whole
Rumboyz
motto.
network too.
Thank you, Sven. Yes.
Get it.
Come on,
Get it.
networking.
Really quick, with many NFL teams going into intensive protocols in response to the vid-19, in the words of my homie Kevin Hart, the vid-19 second.
We don't know
It
what that
sounds
is here in
cool.
Florida.
Don't give it a cool nickname like Vid.
He's like, don't give
Right?
it.
It's fun. Yeah.
We don't know what that is in Florida. We're like,
You don't
we're
know.
like,
but-
oh, you mean the flu? Oh, okay, cool. We're still.
Oh my gosh.
That's all
Lucky
good.
you.
Do
That
you,
sounds
see this
awesome.
affecting, do you see this affecting players' performance, not being able to attend on-field practices, get chemistry with each other, having to attend virtual practices, so on and so forth. And damn, Nick, he just called it Covember. We start with Jake here.
I love his avatar, by the way.
I do too. Vegeta's my shit.
Yeah, Vegeta got screwed in chapter 64 of the Dragon Ball Z Super manga.
That's how he started.
And now it's 4 chapters later. It ruined the entire arc, and now
I forgot the topic.
Jump Fest
Just-
is ruined in Japan.
Just
But-
make a face like you're super constipated, and you have every single face of Dragon Ball Z. You're fine.
Oh,
Well,
What a
no,
show.
he was done dirty. Vegeta should have been written better. It's offensive what happened, but overall,
On COVID, Jay.
And fucking
some teams are gonna have issues with it. But I mean, you saw the Titans figure something out, and there was a slap on the wrist, and there was nothing a big deal about it. Teams are gonna practice. I don't think teams are gonna be locked down for anything. If they want to practice, they'll find a way to practice. They're tested every day, right? So. I don't think it'll be that big of a deal. When you're tested every day, I think there's some exemptions for that state to actually get some practice time in, and I'm not worried. I think teams will find a way, legally or not, to get caught if they're allowed. If they're
Or
not
not
allowed,
sounds like
they're going to
the
find a
Mafia.
high school that isn't playing anymore, and they're going to practice fine. I'm not worried about this in terms of teams getting practice time.
I have things to say. Are you ready,
I'm
Sven?
not,
Come on,
I'm
let's
not a
go.
doctor. I'm not a doctor.
Chop
or
it
health
up. I got things to
official.
say here.
I know you
Nor
do.
does he play one on the television show.
That is, yeah. Dr. Dre from More.
But did you stay at a Holiday Inn Express?
How you doing?
How you doing?
oh my god.
I don't know. I'm surprised we made it this far. Yes, we knew cases would skyrocket in the States because we're all ignorant Americans. I mean, that's just the reality of it.
I mean, Floridian.
Floridian. You guys even have a name for yourselves. That's cool.
But you're a Texan. How come we might be
No, no.
Floridian?
No, he's
I'm
in
from
New
New
York.
York.
He's a New Yorker.
So you're a New Yorker. Weird. You have a name for yourself. Thanks, Fen. Continue. Quick, hurry up. You got things to say.
Listen to mom.
Yeah,
Mama knows best.
No, teams will be fine. I wouldn't be surprised though if they actually put in a bubble for the playoffs. If they actually really, really thought about it, because it's going to be during the height of flu season. So who knows what's going to happen? We could all be zombies by Christmas time. I mean, I don't know. So. But I wouldn't be surprised if there's a bubble, but I don't think it'll affect the teams. They're going to find a way to figure some out.
Like I'm not expecting anyone to be like Jordan flu game status right now. Like, to be honest.
Oh no! But did he spread it? Did anybody worry about that?
Yeah, exactly.
His spreading all that back then.
I mean, but we found out it was a fucking pizza.
They
So
played man ball back then.
we just found out food poisoning years later.
But yeah, I don't know. I think they'll be fine. I think the teams will be fine. I mean, they're going to have to figure something out.
Hey,
it's going to happen because the NFL cannot shut down.
I don't mean to be that person. I don't mean to be that person, especially as a host. But you know how disappointed my whole childhood got shattered during quarantine when I found out that it was never a fucking flu game.
It was a
pizza. They thought the pizza guy spit on it.
I'm mad that it
Jordan,
was.
you ruined
they're
my
in
childhood.
Chicago and it was Pizza Hut, bro. You got like deep dish pizzas
you
out there and you're ordering pizza.
Maybe that's the problem. They got Pizza Hut. But still, chalk it up to the flu. Keep calling it that.
No,
as legend has it.
Exactly.
Jordan, you ruined my childhood.
Step onto you.
All right, I have a thing here. I honestly think that COVID is bringing out the real teams. And for everyone who says that Steelers is number one, like I said, I kind of agree. I just need to see that run game. But Ben Roethlisberger had the greatest. I don't want to call it a quote because I'm not going to quote him right now, but he literally was on the COVID reserve list because Vance McDonald, I guess, was COVIDed up. So he didn't practice for an entire week, but he tested negative. So then he comes out and balls out. So he goes to Mike Tomlin and he's like, so about this like no practicing all week thing, I think it might be a deal. Mike's like, no, we'll see you Monday for practice. But this is going to separate the men from the boys when it comes to the NFL. Like, you're either a team that is cohesive and can get it done and you have the chemistry, or you're still trying to find it. Whether or not that's fair, whether or not that is going to reflect what your football team can actually do, it doesn't matter. This is where we are. This is where we are in 2020. So teams are being incredibly vigilant because they don't want to end up like the Raiders getting fined like $3,000 million because they have a couple of incidents, which again, kind of egregious.
I'm a grinder.
But it's pretty bad. I mean, it's pretty bad. So they're being hyper vigilant about it, but they are doing a ton of testing. But this is really going to show you which team has the chemistry, because I don't know about any of y'all, but if you played team sports, you understand what it's like to be in a team that is either not cohesive or you are on the same page, whether you're in completely different states or you're in the exact same room.
Simpatico.
I've played and I've coached, and I honestly might go back to coaching. Probably in 2021. I actually may be going to coach a team here in Colorado Springs. I'm not going to leak that team's name.
Oh, get it. But I mean, really, so I think COVID is going to be a double-edged sword. It's going to be positive. It's going to be negative. See what I did there? Not like the testing was negative.
You weren't even trying for that either, were you?
Hey, girl, get it. But no, yeah. So this is going to, like I said, this is going to separate the men from the boys. But there are teams like the Chiefs. I don't think that they would ever have to worry about that. Obviously the Steelers don't have to worry about that. The Titans don't necessarily have to worry about that.
Yeah.
So, we'll see.
Yeah.
We'll see. We'll see what happens. We'll see where this goes. But if you can manufacture a win when you have some of your starters that have had to sit out or don't start, that's pretty interesting. Now, the Raiders are going to be interesting to watch because of what's going on with their COVID situation.
Are cats catching COVID just to hurry up and get it done and over with?
No.
I mean, I kind of don't hate that idea. Like, I don't know. Isn't that why we have vaccines? I'm just kind of get a little bit of it and then move on. But I doubt that's happening. But I mean, maybe. I got
confusion.
I live in the mere mortal world, and I know people that have got COVID twice. Like,
very small. It's a very small percentage.
It's a very small percentage.
It is possible, yes.
You can also
a small percent that have lung damage afterwards too. So
Correct.
I don't think they would risk let me
everybody
catch this over with.
We need to know the blood type to have.
Exactly. Yeah, so it's the O. The O's.
But
I'm an O.
I don't. I'm A plus. But yeah, I think my husband and I actually had it. When we got our antibodies test, it was negative when we took our antibodies test. But I mean, we checked all of the boxes along the COVID line back in January. So what has come out now is that if you have it like a mild case of it, your antibodies can actually go away. And we're like, oh, wow. How is that even possible?
Exactly. They came out with
go
a report and then they were like,
viruses mutate. They mutate constantly all the time.
That's
that is what
East
makes
Coast version.
That is what maybe it's a Florida version. I don't even know, but like viruses mutate is going to be a thing. So
it's the P. Diddy version.
Yeah, sure. Maybe it's the R. Kelly one. I don't even know.
You don't want that one. You don't want to know how you pitch that one.
If you're Trevor Lawrence and have it, you can travel with the team and hang out on the sideline, but not play.
Yeah, but he had tested negative. But what they had done with Trevor Lawrence was they were worried about I think it was the vascular tests that they were getting him through. So he had tested negative for COVID, but they were worried about what the effects of having COVID had done on his lungs. And he had to have passed a series of tests so he could still travel because he tested negative, but he could not play because he had not passed the test yet. Like his respiratory system or something. I'm paraphrasing that. That is a very gross, generalization, but it was one step past just the COVID.
Yeah, and then
I thought the same thing. I'm like, why he there?
I wonder if Zeke uses that.
In the NFL, I'm confused by if you're a contact tracer at that point, you're sitting out longer and missing a game than a player who tested positive actually might play in, which is very confusing to me. With I don't know how the NFL can handle this with contact tracing. Like if you test negative, like Baker did for 5 straight days, he can't practice what he played. Yeah. And I'm like, it doesn't make sense that he has to sit out if he didn't test positive. Because he's going to risk not practicing. But if somebody who tests positive and then tests negative so many days in a row, he can actually play and practice sooner than a guy that's in contact tracing.
Or how it's okay to wear the helmet.
There's some adjustment needed in the playoff.
I think they're taking into account false positives there, too. I don't know that for sure, but that's the only thing that would make sense. That's the only
Elon Musk tested negative twice and positive twice.
He's not the same day. He's not a human being.
He's too smart to be human.
He's something else.
Is the
he's something
else. COVID.
OBJ Elon Musk is too smart to be human. I think he might be an alien brought to save.
He doesn't even know how to name his kids.
Wait, hold on. Raj Vier wants to. Are we throwing hands? I'm sorry. He said we better not throw hands right now.
I saw that.
Well, I mean, you're over a camera, but. If you're like Robbie and look,
he just wants you to.
His mom's very animated, Raj. She's very animated.
Say positive things about the Steelers.
I am. I talk a lot. I should be Italian. I'm not.
You might be Italian.
I am.
I'm not. I'm Neanderthal. I'm the most, except for my Neanderthal roots. I'm the most. I did the 23andMe test. It's like you're 99.7% Northwestern European. Then they're like, oh yeah, by the way, you're mostly Neanderthal. I'm like, great.
That's why I'm
so curious. Somebody translate this guy. By the way, in the chat, I'm being real.
Dominican and Italian.
For real, guys, hold on. I beat J Love in mock draft. Can we translate him? Because if he's saying something awful, I don't want to get.
I don't care. Whatever.
Wait, what?
Okay, hold on. I want to answer. Can I just
different
run
language
out here? I'm gonna have to run here in a few, guys, and I really want to know your take on this because I've seen his question a few times now in the chat, and I am flummoxed about this. That is the one. It's that one. I don't
McLaurin,
know.
Higgins, or Thomas?
Yeah.
McLaurin.
Yeah, I go
The
McLaurin.
Scottish
Higgins.
The Scottish lad.
I go McLaurin and Higgins.
I would go McLaurin and Thomas.
See, and that's the thing.
Right? Because Higgins has that tough matchup.
Who are they?
I would go McLaurin and Higgins just because that's been consistent all year.
I do too. Your volatile piece here is going to be Michael Thomas, in my opinion. Now, as soon as you bench him, you know he's going to score 40 points.
Michael Thomas is playing against Atlanta.
Exactly. But
who's
who's
throwing
this
in the
quarterback?
ball? Exactly. Who's throwing in the damn ball? Sean Payton's going to go in, suit up.
Pretty much. Yeah.
I'm going to go with what I know, and that's McLaurin and Higgins. I know Thomas.
We also know Michael Thomas, though.
Yeah.
But not this season. But not
you
this
mean we remember
season.
Michael Thomas.
2020. That just sums up 2020 right there, that you have to ask if you need to start Michael Thomas.
I miss Frankenstein.
Right?
Robbie, speaking of, back to the topic, though, I think that something that everyone was overlooking is there's let's say these Thursday night games, like the 49ers, for example, against Green Bay, where their entire receiving core was missing. Like that's something that could happen. So I absolutely think it could affect teams in situations like that where they test positive, someone tests positive right before a game.
I like Jacoby this week.
I know Brandon Ayuk, my boy.
I love
he didn't even have it. It was just because Bourne tested positive and they were hanging out together.
Kendrick, Jason Bourne, what are you doing, bro?
Yeah. Oh man.
Yeah.
So I think that it could affect games and stuff. I don't think that. I mean, obviously they're not going to stop the football season.
Thanks.
I don't think that they talk about or I don't think they'll have a bubble or anything like that. NFL's too stubborn. But I think that it can affect games. But the NFL is going to continue to happen. And I mean, if you have one game where that happens to you, it sucks. But you'll move on from it.
Yeah, I think they'll find a way to get it done. I think that's kind of where I was going with that, Justin, was like it's really going to separate out these teams. And I think good coaching, this is what they should have been preparing for all year was this kind of situation.
Since April.
Exactly. So that's why there's very interesting players on practice squads. For example, Jordan Howard just re-signed with the Eagles on their practice squad.
Don't you
now he's gonna just
Now we answered the question this person's gonna ask their whole lineup. Sanders, Chubb, McKissick, Ahmed.
Pick two. I feel like you gotta go
Sanders
Sanders.
and Chubb.
Chubb is a must.
That's not a
but
question.
Sanders. What?
Because listen, you might want to get cute and chase the McKissick thing, and that that would be fine.
And if you do, then that's fine.
That's not bad, but
how bad do you feel when Booby and the chubby one are going off on your
hell
bench?
out of here? Yeah,
you're gonna hate yourself.
You set it and forget it. It's the throwback rotisserie joint.
Ron Propeel, bro.
Yes.
So
thank you.
fantasy FB about your running backs. Here's something pretty interesting I want you to know about what the Eagles are going to be facing against the Browns. Myles Garrett is actually on COVID.
Yep.
So that is very important to know about what's going to happen to Carson Wentz. So Doug Peterson was so mad after last week's terrible performance, and he was like super duper pissed off. I think he came close. He actually did first. He was mad at everybody.
He cussed himself out in the mirror.
They're probably. I do that all the time. I'm not going to judge, but
the amount of confidence on this roster.
Yeah, literally, he may have a very good bounce back game here. So I think that helps Miles Sanders as well as the additional pass catchers like Jalen Reagor. You're talking possibly Alshon Jeffrey, Travis Fulgham. I kind of like those pieces heading forward, a little bit sneaky. So I like Miles Sanders in there when I normally tend to stay away from Miles Sanders. But just to give you a heads up about what the Eagles are facing against the Browns.
Guys, we will be back with the second half of our show. I just want you to meet a couple of our friends, some of our favorite NFL players. Really quick here during the commercial break. We'll be right back with Rumboyz After Dark. Thank you.
Let me tell you a little story. Once upon a time, there was a monkey knife fight.
And one day, they met one team partners in the NFLPA.
It's a match made in the pits of a monkey knife fight.
And everyone lived happily ever after.
Are you listening? This is big.
What is a monkey knife fight?
You know, it's thing monkeys, knives, you get it. Fantasy sports is monkey knife fight. And monkey knife fight is fantasy sports.
Monkey knife fight is daily fantasy.
Monkey knife fight in the house.
I am Monkey Knife Fight.
You are Monkey Knife Fight.
We are all Monkey Knife Fight.
Monkey knife fight.
You have the NFLPA behind the company.
It's exciting for me to be a part of fantasy sports.
When I think of fantasy sports, I think of beating all my buddies year in and year out and being able to brag about it.
We're not just partners in it.
We're owners.
And it feels awesome to be an owner.
I challenge you to a monkey knife fight.
We've been saving you a seat at the table, Monkey Knife Fight.
Welcome to the one team and NFLPA family.
Monkey knife fight. Welcome to the family, Monkey Knife Fight.
Welcome to the game, Monkey Knife Fight.
Monkey Knife Fight!
I challenge you to a monkey knife fight.
Monkey knife fight! Monkey knife fight, monkey knife fight, monkey knife fight, monkey knife.
Monkey knife fight, give me money.
One more commercial.
What is good, ladies and gentlemen? It is your boy El Capitan Robbie J of the Rumboyz Fantasy Sports Network here at the NFL Players Association 2019 Rookie Premiere. with Nick Bosa. With my co-host Ty Boogie, all the Rum boys and girls out there tuning in, we are sitting down with the number one draft pick,
the one and
only, Kyler Murray, Dwayne Haskins, Hollywood, Drew Lock, no other than Andy Isabella, Miles Boykin. We are sitting with Benny Snell Jr., Easton Stick, Bryce Love, UGA's own the big dog of the Bulldogs, Riley Ridley.
How you doing?
It's Friday. We all got jobs. We got an interview to do. National championship winner, NFL draftees, TJ Hawkinson, Iowa Hawkeyes. What is good, brother?
Hey, it's good to be here.
Hey, welcome. ACCR, right?
Oh, you already know.
Hail to the Redskins.
I gotta ask, you're gonna play the Browns? Like, are you gonna just burn them again? What you think you do? I mean,
I think the media put us against each other. I like them so.
You're friends.
We were in a hot tub time machine, bro.
Yeah, he's cool. He plays video games just like me. That's what he really do.
For me, be able to break the all-time rushing leader in 3 years. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to the UK O-line, man. Y'all did that.
When you wake up in the morning, you don't want to have to feel like you're doing work.
Exactly.
You want to feel blessed and excited to do what you're doing day in and day out. And I can truly say that.
As always, ladies and gentlemen, cheers to me, cheers to you, all the Rum boys and girls. What it do? Dilly. That was live, man. Sportscaster, give me money.
Sportscaster, give me money.
I encourage all of you to head over and check out our NFL interview playlist. DK Metcalf, fucking Terry McLaurin, Andy Isabella, Kyler Murray, all my favorites are over there. Eats a stick. He gets to keep his sunshine hair. We already saw that fucking Justin Herbert cut his shit, so I'm worried about the Chargers. But it is what it is, pimping. We're going to keep it pimping. We're going to keep it moving here on the Rumboyz Fantasy Network. I want to give a big shout out to our special guest for the first half of tonight's show, Stepmom Lauren. Dilly fucking Dilly to Stepmom Lauren. Cheers to me. Cheers to you, all the Rumboys and girls. What it do?
You know, Mom, she actually took me in when I was a wee fantasy orphan. And, until the Admiral, he adopted me. And, I just want to thank her for finding me a good home.
Bro, this show, like what I said during the intro, this channel, that was my pivot. That was my feature that changed the trajectory of my whole career. My career is nothing.
It's on the up and up.
Yeah, but it's not, honestly nothing without her. And I mean that wholeheartedly, and I mean that from the fucking bottom of my heart.
I know. I'm sad. I went and grabbed a beer, and then she took off. I didn't.
I know. I didn't get to say bye.
Look good. Shoot her a message on Twitter, bro.
Yeah, I will.
I just gotta learn how to use it first. I know how to retweet. Someone thank her, and then I'll retweet it.
Twitter, give me money.
Twitter, please give me money.
Tonight's fucking special guest was so important and so pertinent to our careers. I want to point something out, and I hope that the fellas don't mind that I point this out really quick. The industry is often dominated by us males, but it was a female that opened up the doors for me in an industry to where, for her, it may be a little bit more difficult to break in.
An uphill battle.
It's an uphill battle. It's honestly an uphill fucking battle.
Hey,
so,
she is
thorough. She is analytical.
Yeah,
She's
a beast.
Yeah,
it's a fucking beast. Y'all saw her body fucking analyst here. I'm not gonna point out who or anything like that. You guys in the chat know. I got bodied tonight. I got bodied. I'll say that. I'll go on record. I have no fucking pride in my bones to say, yo, I got bodied tonight, and that's what I love, and that's why I booked these people as our guests. The guests that we book, I just want to give a big shout out to this specific guest, though, because we're in an industry to where they don't get enough recognition. and I want to do this episode. We were supposed to have 2 of them. We were supposed to have Steffi. We were supposed to have Steffi and have Stepmom Lauren. But in an industry where women are not getting recognition, they make up honestly 3% of what we do. I want to shout out to someone that took their time out to give me a start, to give honestly a lot of us had our big start. Like a lot of us, that was our first big interview. A lot of us, that was our first big fucking thing. So I want to give a big shout out because that's important and it needs to be highlighted. Because I'm not a selfish fucking bastard, honestly. To the women in the industry, to all of you guys out there, step on Lauren, way to hold it down tonight on Rumboyz After Dark and know
She's
your
my
shit.
fantasy mom.
Exactly, and know your shit and to represent on a show as debauchery filled and as honestly like how we are, like you held it down and this is a pit of beast and I love this show and I love what it represents and I love that you came down and you held it down. So guys, do you guys mind really quick? Like can we do this?
Yes.
For the women in the industry? Yeah, we're doing a shot for the women.
Yeah, hell yeah.
We're doing a shot for the women in the industry really quick.
I don't know if anyone could tell, but I have a Paw Patrol Kids Cup.
Yeah, you do.
Dude, that's awesome. Hell yeah. What you got there?
Shout out to my nieces and nephews.
Yeah.
I love you guys.
Yeah.
I love you guys.
Hell yeah. My nephew is going to be there. He'll be there soon.
Yo, cheers to me. Cheers to you. All the Rumboyz.
He's like 7 months old. 8 months old. I may be seeing him next month. I can't wait.
That's awesome.
Bro, I said fuck it. I'm seeing my family for Thanksgiving. I said fuck it.
I'm set to fly back to New York in
Bro,
December.
I got tested. I got tested. I was like, I don't like shit up my nose. Like I got tested. I was like,
I remember when I used to like things up my nose.
Right? Yeah. You know.
Nope,
but
not
fucking
here. I got bad allergies. I can't be doing that shit.
Same.
I don't think I had allergies until then.
But no, fucking like this holiday season, if you are able to see your loved ones, I want to put this out there in perspective.
We all have to get.
I don't know. I actually have no
hang on. I wanna
comment.
put this out there in perspective. What is the last time you see them?
You know what? I have to see my family immediately now.
Exactly.
Don't do this to me. Don't
stop it.
I'm on shrooms. I immediately started having a vision.
I know you, but you just saw Pop, so it's different. It's different.
My family's 1,600 miles away.
Damn. But for those of you that are not wearing your mask, for those of you that are not,
give your head a shake.
That are not sanitizing your hands, I have been taking the steps. I have still gone out. I still have, frequented restaurants. I am safe. I am clean. I have gotten tested recently. If you have not gotten tested, go get tested. Like give in. Like especially during the holiday season. Like if you really give a fuck about being around your loved ones, and unconditionally, there is no condition on what you give a fuck about you seeing them during this holiday season. Wear your mask.
Bro, I was gonna get a haircut from Brian Hoyer yesterday, right?
I know. You didn't. I know.
My barber looks exactly like Brian Hoyer. He is him. But anyways, he called me. He was like, "Bro,
shit, Brian Hoyer, nice."
Yeah, he was like my girl. She's at work was exposed, bro. I can't come through. And I was like, "Thank you, bro." Like, cause it's like. He might not have to tell me that. You know
I'm gonna say it like this.
Simple phone call. That's it.
If you don't have respect for yourself right now during these times, especially with like the flu season at a heightened rate and shit like that. If you don't have respect for yourself, have fucking respect for the others around you, but still find a way to be around your loved ones. And I want to put that out there because that is so important right now, given the time period that we're in, and it is such a volatile topic. And on this show, we discuss volatile topics. We don't give a fuck. Like we're unapologetic. We are who we are. We do this.
We're on a pirate ship going across the Fantasy 7 Seas.
Because now it's a bunch of dudes, and we're all
don't be a scurvy.
We're all riding all out together.
So I just had to get on my soapbox really quick. Are you guys gonna start Michael Thomas over McLaurin? Because Michael Thomas is doing really good. Been doing really bad.
I get it.
I get
that.
I'm gonna start McLaurin. I'm not gonna not start.
I'm gonna go McLaurin.
I'm not gonna not start McLaurin. I'm not gonna.
It's a sure thing. That's the thing,
guys. Let me put some shit in perspective.
They're playing the Bungles.
No, fuck everything. Fuck everything else. McLaurin and DK are the only two receivers. McLaurin, DK. You could probably put AJ Brown, AJB on the outside.
Of
this argument. Hang on. Of this outside, but I'm gonna tell you right now, there's a motherfucker on this panel that sent me a legendary wide receiver jersey by the name of Jerry Rice. There are 3 receivers of that class I interviewed that are on pace to do Jerry Rice type shit. You're not starting a receiver that's on pace of Jerry Rice numbers in their first fucking 2 years of their career. Right, you're not when you're dealing with a chip.
Michael Thomas is a slot receiver.
You have a
Michael Thomas is Michael Thomas.
But you have
I love Frankenstein.
But you have a chance at a fantasy championship. You're not telling me you're not thinking about DK McLaurin.
Dude, Michael
or
Thomas is
AJ
gonna
Brown.
go off this week. We're gonna be talking about him too much.
It's Atlanta. Hey, listen, we have a knack for doing this.
I'll start Michael Thomas over AJ
Hey, how
Brown
about this?
because
Fuck
I don't know
DJ
what's
Moore.
gonna happen with Henry. I don't know what's gonna happen there with Henry. So I'll do that. Like motherfucker, like. Come on, bro.
Last Sunday, we talked about DJ Moore and how we shouldn't start him.
This is accurate.
Help my Jerry Rice take right now, right, bro? Come on, bro. I know that you got me.
Listen, Jerry Rice is the GOAT.
Justin, I know that you got me. Come on, bro.
So honestly, I missed the beginning of this, but I did hear you talking about Jerry Rice, and he's obviously the GOAT.
Hear me out. All right. So let me give you context. McLaurin, DK, and AJ Brown all are on pace of Jerry. Go ahead, go for it.
I know. I'm
about to do the same thing. I'm about to do the same thing. I'm about to do the same thing, so we can do it together.
All right, let's do it.
But all 3 of those second year, those sophomore receivers are on pace of Jerry Rice numbers in their second year. Is there not a reason to not start them over fucking Michael Thomas? I mean, like, let's be real.
I said that earlier that I would have started 2 of those guys over him.
I would start McLaurin and DK over Michael Thomas.
Yeah, I would. And I mean, but the Jerry Rice numbers, just to be clear, Jerry Rice did that for, almost 20 years, year after year after year after year. So, I mean, I'm not putting them on the level of Jerry Rice. They're still too new. But the numbers they're putting up, the fantasy numbers they put up, are speaking for themselves. And with Drew Brees being out, there's too many questions there with Michael Thomas, and these dudes are producing. So I trust
Raj,
them.
Raj, hit the XRP. Hit XRP. That's how you bounce back. Hit the XRP. Put 500 on XRP, and that bid right now, the XRP Bitcoin is hitting.
I don't mess with the cryptocurrencies, man.
No, man, it'll drive you crazy, dude.
Yeah.
I'm getting it. I'm now buying it. I'm like, honestly.
I own like a point, like zero whatever fucking of a Bitcoin. At like a couple $100.
No, I don't.
My cousin,
Bitcoin.
My cousin,
cryptocurrency.
Dude, my cousin legit studied this shit like 3 years ago before it became huge. Paid off his student loans. Bought a house on the beach, bought a boat.
Nice.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
it could have.
I remember when it hurt like years and years ago, like over 10 years ago, I started hearing about this, and I'm like, man, I should invest in that. Of course, I didn't because I was a kid.
It was also impossible, though. It was so tough to actually do, like, transfer from one, I guess, like where you had all your money to like another platform. It was a lot tougher than it was now. Now they make it very easy to do that. Like just like podcasting, they make it very easy to do podcasts these days.
Yep.
Oh, I love that comparison thing.
You should use.
They do, man. It's flooded. I hate it.
Browser.
What's up? What was that, Jake?
You should use Brave browser. Get out of Google, and you can make money from the internet. So.
Do you work for them? Is that a plug?
Brave browser.
No, Jake is really smart. Jake is really smart at this type of shit. It's like, this is just a Jake-ism.
All right, I know we're going to go off topic, so.
It's not censored. It's not Google. It's not Twitter. It's not any of that stupid censoring stuff, social media bias crap. It is literally Brave, and you could go DuckDuckGo, any browser, and right now, in the last month, I made $3 just using it.
You want to hit me with a link later after the show?
Insane. Dude, so I know you're buying one of them, if not both. What do you PS5 or Series X?
PS5.
Series X.
I'm
Well, what are you
waiting
gonna get?
because
What are you gonna get,
They're
though?
breaking like crazy, and it's
PlayStation?
No.
Okay.
Oh, PlayStation. There's no
Yep.
reason to get an Xbox
Agreed.
unless you want Game
Agreed.
Pass, and you can get Game Pass PC.
I'm just gonna get
if
Halo
you
for
really,
Xbox
really
One.
care about Halo when it comes out.
I like the campaign. I'm a sucker for the campaign.
Yes,
The
they're
Series
still doing
X
that.
has so much
You can do
better
Halo
hardware
PC
on it.
even as well.
Yes, it does, but PlayStation
Xbox is way better.
Yes,
I would agree.
the operating
like to
system is
wait.
better.
You can't
I
get
like to wait till the second
exclusives.
wave.
Yeah, I know Perry's on board with this
I
whole
wait till May.
exclusives topic,
Wait
but
until
like
May.
I don't play enough games to care about the exclusives.
I want all
I
them to
play
iron
like
out
3
all
games.
Yeah, wait until May. But exclusives,
Hang on.
PlayStation's not going to put this on the internet.
Can I ask a question? Do you guys want to say fuck the rest of or kind of function around the rest of the docket and just do what we're doing right now and just function? Are y'all down to just function?
Listen, I think we can
What are
still
the
rock
topics
the
we missed? I
topics.
mean, anything big?
Where
I looked at them. I liked them. I liked the topics. It was
Okay. I
They
just
were
had
good,
to
but-
ask. I just had to ask. No,
I say you look at the ones that you think are the most important, and you just boom, just fire them our
Yeah,
way.
I do.
I think
So
we
I do
always
have to
wait
take
too-
off in 22 minutes, guys.
One that I want to
22
bring
minutes.
up. Okay, so one that I want to bring up, especially while Justin is here, is bro, this shit with the kickers, dude. So last week, 7 kickers. They put up double-digit points against tight ends. How are you feeling about a tight end wasteland? Like, is this a fluke that we're talking about?
You're not Italian. Stop it.
I actually am.
I know you are.
Yeah, I was about to say. I was like, fuck
He
up.
actually is.
But my DC is coming out right now. But like, how are you feeling heading into week 11 about just tight end right now? Like, honestly, after knowing that 7 kickers just did this shit over them.
You know what?
Where we
Got it,
start?
Bogart, you got it.
Yeah,
Bogart.
I am starting this one off. So I am a guy on this panel who would probably talk too much at length about kickers, right? So I want to first say
Your guest next week, Linda, she loves kickers, by the way.
Yes.
She's obsessed with kickers.
Well, you're here
Yeah.
next week. You're here next week. What do you?
I'm here next.
Our
Okay,
guest.
all right. Yes, that's right.
Our
Sorry.
guest.
Okay,
Our
got
guest.
it. Sorry.
he's a regular. He is. Hey, you know what though?
But just an honorary
I'm gonna
member.
say this: like with the tight end landscape, I mean, dang, I will just say, paying up for tight end really is just Kelsey and then Kittle, but Kittle got hurt. You know what I mean? Like, you know, Mark Andrews was the value last year, and Waller. This year they crept up into the the mid rounds. Waller's, he's been kind of hit or miss. Mark Andrews has been, non-existent for the
But
most part.
Taysom Hill, you get to play this week though at tight end.
Yeah,
And this reminds me of 2018 Jalen Samuel. Y'all remember that?
Oh,
yeah.
fuck.
Remember that? James
Yeah.
Conner goes down, and then who was old boy? Then here comes Jalen Samuel, and he was tight end eligible. You know what I mean? And then
Yep.
we all enjoyed that through the playoffs. I mean, things like this can occur in the field. So if you do have a Taysom Hill right now, you're hella ecstatic because of the idea of throwing in a guy who's gonna do multiple things, and he's in your tight end position.
Are you doing it?
I would do it if I didn't have Kittle, to be honest, or Waller, because Waller's the guy.
If I didn't have sure things.
How about this?
Sure,
Kittle-
I'm doing it unless I have
Kelsey. I meant to say
Yeah.
Kelsey. I'm sorry. I'm wearing the Niner hat. Kelsey, Waller, Andrews, those guys right now are the only guys I'm like, all right. And even though Andrews hasn't really been doing it, he's just connected to an offense that predicates on a tight end targets. You know what I mean? And this will be the first week we see without a Nate Boyle. You know what I mean? So, and Nate Boyle was actually, on the field more snaps than him. You know what I mean? So that was, that kind of could predicate or could be a contribution to why Mark Andrews hasn't been the greatest. Plus, he's been dropping a gang of shit, a gang of passes. But I will say, tight end this year, your guess is as best as mine. If you don't have Kelsey or if you had Kittle, but there's really no one you're comfortable with. If you have Taysom Hill, you're fucking ecstatic to throw him in there because it's just so much fun too. And then if he puts up 3 or 4 points, you're like, all right, fuck it. That's what Johnny would have done if he didn't get a touchdown, or that's what Jimmy Grandpa would have done if he didn't have a touchdown, or like any stupid idiot who keeps throwing in Robert Tonyan because of that 3 touchdown game from like
I hate that shit.
Right? The beginning of the year is so polarizing to a lot of fantasy managers that they just chase whatever happened in the beginning of the year. You know what I mean? Like Logan Thomas right now, if he's available, swoop him up because he's been fairly consistent with, as far as maybe not production, but snap count and targets. He's been.
So let's go to Justin.
Yeah. So
that was a Bogard rant.
No, you're fine.
I mean, first of all, I'm going with Taysom over even Mark Andrews. I mean, I think that there's been weeks that he's outproduced him with Drew Brees in the game. So unless I have Travis Kelce, I'm going with him. Like that's for sure. But as far as the landscape of the tight ends, it's wild, man. But the thing is, with the kickers outscoring them, sure. But I mean, predicting the kicker who's going to do that is probably harder to do than picking the tight end that's going to, get a touchdown.
Right. Which is why I worded it that way. Yeah.
I mean, outside of Taysom, like if you were to be like, all right, which kicker would you rather start in your tight end position over, Hawkinson, for example, this week? There's probably not too many kickers I'm going to choose for that. But
you can't even say Justin Tucker these days. Remember, everyone used to be like Justin Tucker.
Yeah, or Gostkowski back in the day when Brady was throwing touchdowns left and right. But that's the thing. So, I mean, there's still tight ends out there that have value. I mean, they're going to have weeks where they don't produce, though. That's just where we're at in the,
it is what it is.
The NFL. So, I mean, that's the situation with the tight ends. There's good and there's bad. You take what you can get. Kelce, if you paid for him, you're happy about it. And outside that, you're pretty upset with your tight end. But we're all in the same boat. Everyone's in the same boat, just ready to throw our tight end overboard of this lifeboat we're in.
I'm not giving up on you, Jonnu. You hear me?
Yeah, Jonnu, I love. I still love Jonnu.
I can't give up on him. I just can't. I have him everywhere too, though. That's
yeah,
and Hayden Hurst Helmsley, he was one of my him and Jonnu were my guys, and Jonnu, he broke out, and I keep telling myself, damn, or asking myself, was that because the absence of AJ Brown? You know what I mean?
Noah Fant too. I love Noah Fant.
Love Noah Fant. He's just been banged up. That's really what it is.
Yeah.
And we love Noah Fant in a
we love Noah Fant because he's part of the Rumboyz too as well.
Yeah, hell yeah. And I forget the offensive coordinator because I am there. What's the dude? He was the head coach last year for the New York Giants. He's the
Yo, Noah was pissed when I was like, Drew, let's do a shot, and Noah was like, no.
Yeah,
and I was like, Noah, dude,
you want a shot too?
And I got both of them to do a shot with us.
And you're talking about Pat Shurmur,
Pat Shurmur, yes. Yeah. I was excited for Noah Fant because Pat Shurmur's offense, it features a tight end. You know what I mean? Look at Evan Ingram. He was on fire last year until he got hurt, and everyone remembered he's Evan Ingram. You know what I mean? And Noah Fant came out the gate firing too, and he got hurt like he was Evan Ingram or something. You know what I mean? Bro, it's so crazy because the tight end is basura this year.
Basura.
Yeah, man.
No.
If I had Taysom Hill right now, boy, I'd be especially if you're in one of them ESPN joints, man, you're hell yeah. If you turn your single QB.
If I'm in ESPN right now, I'm loving life.
Or in Flea Flicker, apparently.
I have two leagues.
Do you want to just Flea Flicker?
Yeah, well, I have two leagues in ESPN my as well. Play. And I have
Blitz, NFL Blitz.
Taysom in both.
Annexation of Puerto Rico.
Yes.
Dale.
Sorry, I spilled my beer.
Hey man, things like this
all over my keyboard because I have this new arm, so it's
nice.
I'm still adjusting. Yeah,
I gotcha. Yeah,
I fucked this blunt up.
I've done that many times, or I smack it and it's so loud.
I saw you rolling that, Robbie. I was like, yo, maybe I should go to Colorado and help my boy out up there.
I always turn my back
motherfucker, please.
You know what though? It sucks, man. It sucks that Texas hasn't came around with the dispensaries yet.
Dude, are you kidding me? We are going to be the last state. It either needs to Oklahoma. It either needs to be legal or it needs to be legal federally. Those are the only two options I think are.
It'll never be legal. You want to know what pisses me off? All right, I'm gonna be honest. As a military veteran,
I hope you would be honest.
When fucking Justin gets out, when Justin is finally done, he'll be able to have marijuana as the medicine. You know what happened with me? Well, I had to fight for this shit. I had to stand in lines. I had to protest. Okay, this shit hurt.
Robbie, you say that though, like you weren't just making a phone call and getting it anyway.
Allegedly.
Oh no.
Allegedly.
Allegedly.
Did you guys? Should we do a shot? Did you guys do a shot? I
want to do a shot. Like we have like 15 minutes to show. And like we're honestly chilling. We're having a good time.
You say 15 minutes? No, we have another hour. 15 minutes.
Motherfucker, we do this show for 2 hours.
I don't even know what time it is. I'm on.
This is a 3-hour show.
Just say 2 hour show. You say.
You know what though? Because every time he's on, we go for 3.
No, literally, yes. Right? Like I'm not that crazy.
I jump through time zones.
Halftime is not the next, and then we only have 20 minutes. I feel like it's a lot longer of a show.
Factor in. I'm from the West Coast, and people are from the East Coast, so my show goes from 6:00 p.m. to 1:00 p.m.
Like I want us to cover all topics. I know that we're not going to.
Why not? I don't. You know what? I ain't gonna lie. I can't remember the other topics now.
I got one for y'all. The Carolina Panthers are currently. The Carolina Panthers are currently. We're about to hit that in a second.
Can we just? Can we just rant about fantasy football?
No.
Well, I'm interested with the Carolina Panthers.
Yeah, I like that one
TNC.
too.
You know what I mean? And this.
Yeah, let me do this.
I like that one.
Teddy B.
The Carolina Panthers are currently last in the NFC South. They honestly have to win their next 2 games against Washington and Detroit in order to be in it to win it. If you're Carolina, if you lose one of the 2, are you still starting Christian McCaffrey after the bye?
This is a good question, Rob, because this is something that me and you have got questions. People have asked this shit all.
It goes to Jake.
If I'm the team and I'm paying him long term and you're not winning, you don't have a quarterback you like. And before the season, I did like Bridgewater. I was wrong. He's not winning games. I get he can play great.
Nice.
He can play great football. You start out winning games. It comes down to winning. He's not doing it right now. I don't know if he's set up, but it's not what I expected from Bridgewater. I think you might want to sit him as a team, and it's going to ruin fantasy owners because last year they ran him every game till he was injured for the season.
He actually had his 2,000-yard outing with Kyle Allen, second-rate QB, as some would say. So,
but now they paid him, and now he's later into a contract. And do you actually want to do that when you are paying him this much money? You want to keep him fresh and get him carries later when you actually might have a team that can make the playoffs.
Hey, PJ Walker's finna ball.
So, I think you might want to sit him if you're the team, and fantasy owners don't want to hear that, but it would make sense to sit McCaffrey. If you're not winning, save his best carries for when you can win football games, because you paid the dude enough money to pay 4 running backs. So,
give me 1 second, y'all. I'm gonna pass it to after you're done, Jake. I'm gonna pass it to Sven.
Hey, next week I should roll backward. You should roll backward, and you be like,
I don't roll backwards. I do Dutches. I do Dutches.
Hey, Sven,
I'll be like, yo, pass me that, and I just go like this.
Games. It's all about the games.
Games get too dry out here in Colorado because.
Okay. All right.
Oh, because
I love me the grape games now, man.
Games come from the Dominican Republic. They come from the Dominican.
You're throwing me back with the grape flavored joints.
Dude,
I don't know what any of that means.
Grape was the shit.
No, they come from the Dominican Republic.
I used to like the grape or the peach
so by the time they hit Colorado, they're done.
Damn.
Like they're done.
And if I was really desperate, a white owl.
Mm-hmm.
And you know what
Like,
though? At least
really
the White
desperate.
Owls, they
I'll
used to
fuck
come
with a
in
White
little
Owl Bingo.
teams.
I'm gonna go pass this blunt to my wife really quick. I'm hang on, my
Yeah, do
future
your
wife.
thing, B.
Yo,
The
I'm so
Dutchie.
mad. Yo, really
He's
quick
so
before I,
East Coast. He smokes the Dutchies.
Yeah,
dude.
man. Wasn't that supposed to
yo,
happen?
really
soon?
quick. No, tomorrow. Yo, I'm so mad that stepmom Lauren wasn't here. She didn't get to see the ring, man. I want to show it to stepmom, bro.
Hey, send her a picture on Twitter, man. She'll
I am.
totally take a look. She'll totally
I am.
Yeah.
I
Hey,
am.
she's dope, man.
But y'all got the topic right. Really
Talking
quick.
about the Carolina Panthers.
Okay.
I don't
Yeah,
know,
the
man.
Panthers.
I mean, the thing is, right now they have to keep losing because I'm looking at the standings. At least right now, I know there's more. But they have like the 10th pick or something like that. Like, there's a lot of bad teams in the NFL.
They need defense help.
Yeah, they need a lot of things. I don't know. I feel like
Because their offense has pieces, and you know what, too? They might even need QB for real.
I don't know if Teddy B is the answer. I really
And you
don't.
know what, too?
I don't know.
And
if
PJ Walker, you know why they have PJ Walker there is because
Why not?
He was from Templeton, right?
Well, he was from Temple, exactly. But
I
not
said Templeton
Rule.
because I've been watching Boss Baby with my little.
No,
man.
I got you though. I got you.
But yeah, he was from Temple, so he brought him in just in case the backup knows the system. The backup that don't know the system.
Templeton. Oh, Charlotte's Web, dude. That was my favorite shit.
Oh, Charlotte's
Growing
Web,
up, man, like that.
Wow. And you know what's crazy? Because we're the same generation. So me and you are the same generation.
I don't read books. I don't finish books. I know Charlotte's Web was not that long, but dude, bro, that was my shit.
I remember Charlotte's Web.
They didn't eat him.
What's the kid? Fudge? What's the Fudge kid? That probably sounds wrong.
From Matilda?
No, there was a book in those days, the Fudge dude.
Oh, I don't know.
Anyways,
Stregonona was another one.
Anyways, I want to say my
bro.
CMC take. So,
oh wait, what was that?
I really want CMC to come back selfishly because I've never had him in fantasy, and I traded for him 3 weeks ago, only to get him.
Oh, that's your dumbass fault.
No, listen. I traded for him 3 weeks ago when he was
You've
a
never
week
had the
away.
number one pick.
He was a week. I know, and I never want the number one pick either.
Yeah, me neither. Actually,
I never wanted.
I
I like being at the back of the first.
I like taking Joe Mixon with my first pick. Yes, I like doing that.
I like taking somebody and swinging around. Well, listen, I have a bunch of CEH. I have a bunch of CEH Chris Godwin shares, like CEH in the 10th swing around, and Nuke Skywalker was there, and I went Godwin because apparently he has Godwin in his name. And I was like,
hey, yo, I like that.
I gave you a shout out on the show the other night too.
Nice.
I like
Bro,
that
send me a link so I can subscribe wherever I subscribe to.
I will.
I want to shout to the
because I
panel.
know your show's awesome.
I want to shout to the panel. Listen, guys in the chat, we love you guys, but on Friday nights, this is our Friday night.
Yeah, we kicking it.
Yeah, we're kicking it.
We can't answer every question that's for your fantasy lineup, but
Let's
I
pick
mean,
one.
we do that Sunday mornings and
Let
Wednesdays.
Drunk Bogart and
So
let Drunk Bogart and Truman Luigi answer one of your questions.
Yeah, like you don't right now on Friday, like you don't want this smoke, so we're not giving you that smoke right now.
You don't want me to answer your question right now.
like honestly,
And,
like
Jungles,
this is our day off.
I would
This is our
not be
day off
down-
where we're giving you content. This is our day off where we're giving you content. What's
Cook
up,
one,
Jay?
I seen that.
What's the UFC fight on tomorrow night?
Yeah,
Oh yeah,
Jake,
let's get into that.
I want to hear. I want to hear Jake's. I want to hear.
I was
Jake's
actually
take on
going to
this
say
shit.
that earlier
Yeah.
when he was trying to check the topics.
Hey,
I was
wait,
like,
wait.
Jake.
I think Connor's trash, by the
Hold
way.
on, we have a solid question, a really good question actually.
Okay.
Dalvin Cook for Andrews, Carson, Brown, and the Colts D.
Oh,
I would
Sheila
not go
Jungle.
Dalvin Cook.
Sheila Jungle.
No,
I'm not
Does
moving
he need a
Cook.
whole entire team?
I'm not moving Cook unless you. I don't know.
So you're getting four. You're getting four starters.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but
so
Cook-
which
How
means
bad is your team?
You might need this.
Which
I'm
means
sorry,
you're-
but your team must not be that good if you're going to go
a
on
good second
yeah, which
back
means
that
you're
you trust in
dropping
the
three
playoffs,
people off your team too.
That means his team is that bad. That's why I said that.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I mean,
But you're trading them for guys who are not going to win you a season. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, what do you
Exactly.
trade them for? Like, I
Survival.
would try and yeah, but I mean, survival to lose in the first round of the.
but Dalvin
fantasy
Cook also
playoffs?
didn't do shit the other
This is
night,
a
which was
redraft
another odd
question for
game.
sure.
I don't know.
In
This is
keeper
totally a
leagues-
redraft. Just saying, this isn't
keeper
bad.
leagues
I
or
mean,
dynasty teams,
Dalvin
you'd be like,
Cook
I'm
still
gonna
had
lose.
11 points in his off game. I mean,
I'd
that's
still
better
rather
than
have
that's
Dalvin Cook.
better
I'd
than
still
any
rather
of
have
these
Dalvin Cook.
dudes.
Yeah.
I'd still rather have Dalvin Cook.
And then whatever position you're lacking in, go to the waiver wire. You might find some, and go to the transactions bin and see what was dropped. You might find some gems.
Let
from
Dalvin
other people
cook.
that were panicking just like you that needed to make room or something.
Colts D though, solid.
Yeah, I picked up Colts D.
I have Colts. I never roster. Do you guys roster 2 defenses?
I do.
I never do.
Rarely.
Yes.
Rarely.
But I have
During this
Tampa
time of
and
year?
the Colts in one, and I'm like, I'm not dropping. I'm not dropping him.
If I have a defense like the Bills, I'm doing that.
Bills are not.
Well, the Bills have been
the
giving
year,
it up, though.
the year in me and Perry's league, like the year I won it, like I rostered the Bears and Ravens defense the entire season.
Yeah.
And they were both putting
That
up
was what,
like
2013?
both putting up like 30 points.
I'm also in the SBI where it's like I'm gonna do what.
But our scoring format is phenomenal for
Indy's
defense.
number 1.
But I can
Yeah,
replicate
I got
that. I
Indy
can replicate that in
At
so
least
many
in this
different
league,
levels.
man.
I can
I got
replicate. I can replicate our scoring format in so many lower levels that it works. Like
Yeah.
it doesn't matter. Like I can project a lot of shit off of just SBI alone.
Dude, SBI, our format is dope, bro. Like, what's crazy is because that's once I figured, like, you know what would be better for quarterbacks?
Once
1 point for every 20 passing yards. And that hit me like a ton of bricks.
That's what I have.
See, you're a fucking smart man. And I know this isn't my original thought.
I do that and 4 points for a passing touchdown. I know I should do 6, but I like the 4.
Do you play super flex at all, Sven?
No, I don't.
See,
well,
this
I
is-
mean, I do, but like, it's
You don't
not.
prefer
It's the I'm whatever.
Well,
Nick
see, I
O'Brien
love
is so
Superflex.
serious in the chat. He's like,
What'd he say?
just fucking enjoy Rumboyz After Dark. He literally goes, he's like,
Yeah,
yo,
yeah.
sit down, shut up, enjoy the stream, and give us money.
Well,
Yes.
Nate, what's going on?
So,
Give us
let's
money.
be real, guys.
Bro, Nick Bryan is like, he's
have-
not fucking around. Like, but he's like, but he says, he's like, I mean that with love, though. Like, he's like, I mean that with love.
Tomorrow's the 21st.
You have 4
No,
days a
tomorrow's
week of
21st.
actual, I would say, more quality professional coverage of the industry. So, yeah.
No, we
Tell
have.
us about the UFC joint, Jake.
No, hold on.
There's only 2 good fights on tomorrow. No,
Before we get in, no, we have some, we have
right?
we have some good fights coming up.
Might be a rough card to get there, man.
We have some.
Mauricio Rua is still fighting.
We have some good fights coming up. Before we get into our fight, before we get into our fights and we get ready to close out tonight, I do want to shout out really quick.
Excuse me.
We are here at the Rumboyz motherfucking Fantasy Network. Here at the Rumboyz Fantasy Network.
Blah, blah.
Right. Pew, pew, pew. Yo, I need you. Where's Flex? Where's Flex?
I know, right?
I need some
Hey, yo.
bombs.
Hey, yo, we gonna drop a bomb on them.
Boom.
Hey, yo, Rumboyz Fantasy Network.
Boom. Bogart, one more time. Hit
Hey, yo,
something else.
Rumboyz. Yeah.
Let's go.
Let's go. We ain't playing out here.
One more time. Do it again.
Hey, yo, run that thing again. Hey, yo, Jamaicans, one more again.
Oh, cool GMM vibes. Let's go. Hey,
Hey, y'all
listen.
remember the early GMM Network show? It would
Yup.
just be all Jamaican ones.
It'd be just that. That's just straight up. Hey, yo,
Jamaicans.
listen.
Just saying that you're running the show short, man. Every single week I've looked back, it's at least 2.5 hours to 3 hours. That's all I'm saying.
Hey,
Let's keep going. Let's keep going. Let's talk.
It's like,
Come
I
on,
wanna
man. I'm
eat.
ready. Sorry, I'm away from my wife right now. You know what I mean? I just
Yeah, so listen,
taking
like I need
advantage of
this.
it.
I
Come
can
on.
do
You
this.
know what I mean?
Well,
I love my wife.
Hey,
I
hey,
love
Hey
No,
guys,
no,
I
no.
do have to hop out of here though because I am not away from my wife.
Good,
So.
man.
Hey, God.
Hey, you do you, cuz.
Are you
I'll,
the man?
I'll see you
You're the
guys.
man,
I'll see you
blood.
guys Sunday.
That's right.
Hey,
Yeah,
I love
hell
you.
yeah.
Oh yeah.
Love you,
I
white
love you
chocolate.
guys too. Peace.
Hey, we blazed it up on Sunday. Dilly.
Dilly.
Yeah.
Hey,
He's our
I need
designated
to
driver.
tell y'all really quick. Yo, this is the motherfucking Rumboyz Fantasy Network. This is the most lit Friday night podcast you will ever have
Now you can see my
in
beard.
your damn
Witness the
life.
litness.
Witness the list. Listen, right now, we've been talking football all fucking night. But this week, basketball's gone crazy. Jake got to fight this Saturday. Jake got to fight next week. Jake don't get to have Thanksgiving. Jake literally has to cover Mike Tyson and fucking a legendary Roy Jones Jr. bout. Like,
Mike Tyson's legendary too.
Rumboyz.com is fucking.
Hey, earlier he said the late great Mike Tyson too. I was like,
great Mike Tyson.
Yo,
Mike can probably kill a lot of people. He can probably kill a lot of people.
I think he's killed people.
He fought Ip Man in Ip Man 3. Okay, I don't know if you guys saw that movie.
Yo, I'm off the Blizzy right now. I'm off the Blizzy right now. I'm sparked the fuck up. I got the fucking the Rono in the bottle.
He's real DC right now.
Bro, tomorrow's my wife's birthday.
He's off the piffery.
It's stepmom Lauren's birthday. Tomorrow's my brother's birthday. Hit this shit.
Hey.
Yo,
on the
cheers to me, cheers to you.
Birthday, right?
Oh. Yep. Yo, Spin's getting it in. Yo, cheers to me, cheers to you. All the Rumboyz girls, what it do? Yo,
shots.
Oh yeah, shot.
I used to hate that song, like so much, and then I realized after the second time of listening to it, I'm like, you know what? I actually really want to do shots of this song.
I want to answer Carlos' question. I want to answer this.
I want to answer Carlos' question too.
I seen those guys in Vegas, bro.
He said, I have Mahomes. What? I got
another
Chubb.
shot.
What? I got Carson. What? I got D-Hop. What? I got Michael Thomas. What?
Damn, he got a squad.
A-Rob at flex.
What? See, all of that is feasible. He must have traded for Michael Thomas.
Yup, he definitely. Oh, he made trades.
Because all of that was feasible.
Should I trade Carson, A-Rob?
Like, this motherfucker did not draft this lineup this way. So check this out.
Could have, honestly.
He could have, except for Michael Thomas. I mean, he probably traded for Thomas.
Bro, I don't know if I'm trading Carson or should I trade Carson, A-Rob, or Michael Thomas for someone better in their position. Standard league. It's standard.
I would go to the Henry owner and give him all that and give me Derrick Henry.
Bro, I feel like he's got so much gas.
I would fucking do that. Look at his squad.
I feel like he's got so much gas.
What if he could add Derrick Henry? I would give all those guys to Derrick.
Okay, if I get Derrick Henry, Aaron Jones, or like Devontae Adams,
probably can get Aaron Jones.
Like Devontae
Adams had 2 bad games.
Like if I want a receiver.
I'm going back to my show with Stepmom Lauren from yesterday of who players. Justin Hurt, Josh Jacobs. That's who I would go for.
Ooh. Hey, y'all like how I waited till like our NFL Network guest was not on our show so I could light my blunt and roll my blunt.
Herbert.
Yeah. Hey, you know what was dope though is I remember the first. Listen, I'm so new to the industry that the first time I ever heard of her was when I first met you guys, because obviously you worked with her, Robbie, and then Gemmo did an interviewed her.
Motherfuckers is icons. Icons.
She was on our show like a year and a half ago, 2 years ago.
Check this out. But on the show, she goes,
before she became famous.
She started talking about Amsterdam stories and shit. And I was like, oh, she get down. You know what I mean?
I've been there.
She get down.
I don't remember 4 of those days though. I was there for 6 days. I don't remember
3 of them motherfuckers. Yeah. Awesome. Yo, hey, if y'all never had psilocybin in a coffee shop.
Listen, my cousin
in the red light district while seeing titties outside of a glass.
Avoid the blue lights. That's all I'm saying.
Billy.
Oh shit! That is solid advice.
That is my advice. Rent a bike.
That is solid advice.
Stay away from the blue lights and buy that book for the Guide to Amsterdam.
Yes.
Yo,
that's what we did. We literally were on a bike, and I was just like directing us. I'm like, that looks familiar from the map.
You're a true Sagittarius, bro.
Dude, this was like 12 years ago, man. Like when cell phones weren't international. Like it wasn't a thing.
Hey, y'all remember we have a whole podcast for you on Sundays. Hey, fellas, I know they want to talk sports, but let's just
11 o'clock East, 11 o'clock
a.m.
Eastern.
Yep.
8 o'clock p.m. 8 o'clock a.m. PT. I'm sorry, right?
8 o'clock PT, 11 a.m. Eastern.
You're good.
But hey, fellas, let's take this in a different direction. Let's take this in a different direction.
NFL AM.
Let's take this in a different direction.
If you're in the chat, AMA, yo.
No. But right now, let's face it.
No sleep.
Jake hasn't talked about.
I don't give a fuck what you believe in or what you care about. But right now, here, if you are with us, you are on this voyage. You are with the Rumboyz Fantasy Network. Rumboyz After Dark. This is the most blessed session that you could possibly sitting in, and this is the most blessed. Thank the universe. Thank whatever you believe in. We are all here together. There are so many people of different eclectic minds, different thought processes that are here. Like, y'all can ask anything in the chat. We can drop anything in the chat. We can talk anything, bro. I'm off the beer. I'm blizzied up. Let's have a podcast now. We've talked sports. We've done what we usually do. Let's have a podcast. You ready to have a podcast, Finn?
Can I just hear Jake's take on the UFC? Actually, I'm really excited for that. I think Shevchenko is going to beat the piss out of this chick.
I want to have Blake's opinion on this one, guys.
I'm actually excited.
Would it be worth a really dumb bet to actually try to bet against Shevchenko since she's minus 1,600?
I ain't betting against Shevchenko.
Against Jennifer Maia?
You're bugging.
I mean, Maia, she's tough, right? Isn't she tough? She's a pretty tough fighter. She's
on
Brazilian.
the ground, she's tough.
Are you really?
Brazilian fighters, I feel like
you're not betting. Hey, Jake, you're not betting against Shevchenko, are you?
I mean,
are you? Are you?
I would never bet that fight because here's one thing: Shevchenko is actually a Russian agent, by the way. Secretly, she is a perfect markswoman. She knows martial arts. She has like 8 languages learned, and she's Evelyn Salt. She's the best striker in the UFC compared to her co-workers per se. She's so much better than everybody in her division. I saw the odds minus 1,600. It was like, if there's an injury, that's the thing. There's nothing else I could see that the Bullet could lose to Maia to. Do we all agree here?
No. There's nothing that's beating Shevchenko.
It would have to be, I feel like, a knockout, right? Like, it would have to be.
She would not get knocked out. She would not get knocked out. She has to get hurt.
Third round.
She has to get injured.
She's got 4 title defenses in a row. Like, she won the title, then 3 in a row.
You know what? I'm going to raise you better now. Second round, 2 minutes, 30 seconds. Let's go.
Then take the under on that, yeah. I mean, do we see
I don't know,
anything
actually.
here that's worth looking into? I see the fight. I'm like, I saw minus 600 in the last. I was like,
I'm gonna say it goes. I'm gonna say it goes at least 4 rounds.
This is Valentina Shevchenko. Like, what are we talking? Like, are we really doing this or really not? Like, hey, this is
no real talk, Robbie. I mean, you watch it like I do. I mean, you use my account, and I don't even care. We're friends, so you can use my account.
I stream my
watch
shit.
The fight. Is there anybody more dominant at their weight class than Shevchenko in the history of the UFC? She's just this much better.
I'm honestly like I'm gonna whatever
She's a
you
man, baby.
So because of you already brought in the devil advocate side of this, anything that you say
minus 1,600. If you bet $10, you could win like
on who?
$600 if Maia wins. That's the only bet I would go with.
But on who?
Jennifer Maia. If you bet $10,
Maia, you have to go.
I'm not doing that. I'm not. That's not happening.
I wouldn't even bet that. I don't feel confident.
I would still throw that bet. If I lose $20, great. But if she wins
I'll lose
on a $20 bet,
I lose 20, but that's not the winning bet.
Exactly.
It is not. That's a fight.
Shevchenko's. I don't know. I think it's gonna go a little bit longer than expected.
So wait.
I mean, I'm saying to win though. You got to bet to win, man. If you want to,
of course, Shevchenko's gonna win, but I think Maia's gonna maybe take it.
What I'm hearing is across the panel. What I'm hearing is across the panel.
Maia win this fight if she does not injure Shevchenko or Shevchenko does not pull.
What I'm hearing is the panel is we're gonna bet the low money on Maia, right?
I have to. I don't see. You're not gonna make money betting Shevchenko.
But we are still going to place a Shevchenko bet to just secure the bag.
Well, I feel like if you're going to win money on Shevchenko, you have to actually pick when she's going to win. You know, Is it going to be the first round by a knockout? Is it going to be a second round by submit? You know what I mean? Like, that's where you're going to win your money.
Second round, 230.
I wouldn't even touch that fight. And the next one, I mean, the main event, I'm sorry. I don't want to disrespect Davidson Figueiredo, but Valentina is the main event tomorrow. It's ridiculous
Yeah,
that the
Valentina
man gets
is the main event.
I'm sorry. I get you have to go by weight,
Ooh,
and then the men get the main event.
The women.
Yeah.
Jake said,
I mean, I'm not going.
Hold the fuck up.
And it's not one of those things. I'm not going like, oh, I'm super inclusivity, woke and stuff, but nobody knows Figueiredo. Nobody cares about him. All we did was. He's 32 years old. He walks around 165. He cuts 40 pounds. Perez is either I'm going to take you to the end of the fight and then win by decision, or I'm going to knock you out in the first 3 minutes. Here's the thing. Figueiredo beat the fighter that beat Perez in the first round twice in Benavidez. So
submission.
About to be done.
Benavidez, he knocked him out and then
absolutely destroyed him twice. And I get the headbutt happened, but
second
it was
and first
Benavidez'
round.
fault the first time, and the second time was just sad. Benavidez was just outclassed. It was ugly. That was a fight that was ended at the end of the first. It was just ugly. It should not have continued. Again, Figueiredo's a better bet in terms of like odds, but like I think Figueiredo is gonna destroy Alex Perez.
Right?
Like but here's the fun one, guys. I get it. I think we're all on the same page. Don't touch that fight. But Mike Perry versus Tim Means. Mike Perry.
That was actually
taking just GoFundMe's for who's gonna corner me, and he just collected like $10,000 for someone to corner him.
Because he knows he's gonna get fucked. He knows he's gonna get fucked.
Again, he got paid for someone to corner him, which is absolutely genius. So the bet is I don't care who wins. This fight means nothing. I don't think Mike Perry's an idiot. No one likes him, right?
Yeah.
Especially that tape. I don't know if you saw it with his ex. It was not great.
I ain't see that.
I don't want to see it.
Okay,
yeah.
well, basically what happened was his ex.
No, don't do it. Don't go there.
Okay, his ex was arguing, and Mike's mom was defending his ex, and apparently Mike's mom reported him to the police. Not great.
Is Shogun's probably gonna get knocked out? No, right? Like,
I mean,
is he still a thing? Is he still a thing? He's on a main card. He's the first on the main card.
The reason
Shogun
is very. I mean, he's only 38, guys.
Who, Shogun?
No.
Yeah, and think about this. Paul Craig is 32.
Shogun?
That is old. That is old.
Sven, think about this. Paul Craig's
I'm going to be
32.
34. I'm going to be 34 in 4 days.
Think about this.
And I used to wrestle, and I was in pretty good shape.
Right.
Damn.
Yeah,
think about this.
I'm gonna be
Paul
30
Craig
this
is
month,
only 32. Izzy Adesanya is 31. Paul Craig feels like he's 45 years old. What do you think about his name?
I mean, yeah, by looking at him, I guess. I don't know. Shogun's a tough guy. He's a tough guy. He's a tough fighter.
So Shogun is gonna get smoked because of age.
Dude, Shogun should not have had this fight. The last
Maybe it'll
fight
make an
he should've
interesting
retired
fight. Who
on
knows?
was that last fight. Just walk away. You fought your rival for like 18 years. You're done. Just get away from the sport. But yeah, I think Paul Craig takes this one. The last fight, Paul Craig was too comfortable working from the bottom and got caught.
Hey, Shogun used to give me money back in the days.
Dude, he was the best
Because he was good. Because he was good.
He used to give me money, bro.
Because he'll get.
I mean, the guy was named after the last.
He'll get an opponent down that corner. He'll get an opponent down that corner and come with that fucking knee and just straight, just bow and just straight.
Who's the master?
Like, Logan was like 22 years old when he was like that.
Can you imagine someone's knee? Can you imagine someone's knee just boom?
Dude,
like,
ooh,
let's be
Jake,
real.
have you ever seen that
Shogun
movie?
peaked at 23 years old, and then he fell apart after that.
That's exactly what happens to all of us at 23. I fell
falling
apart maybe at
several
25.
times at 23.
Yeah, every fight. I mean,
I'm a
this
regular
card's
Humpty
not great.
Dumpty.
I'm not going to defend it. I get why it's a pay-per-view because you have 2 title fights, but like,
It's not a good. It's not a good card. I'm sorry. It's not a good card.
It's
If
a bad
Jenko is the
card,
elite fight, I'm excited for it.
the best fight is Brandon Moreno versus Brandon Ravel. Actually,
Ooh, the
right
leader
before
of
at the end. Okay.
Undercard.
Weidman is not that good. Chris Weidman is not that he was.
Weidman.
I don't know. I was on the Chris Weidman bandwagon. He dominated.
Weidman
No, he
has
had a
that right
time.
that
I mean,
just press you on your jaw. Weidman has that loose right that just.
But he was a
Weidman,
wrestler.
Is he even on this card? He's not on this
No,
card.
I don't think he is. No.
Hey, Robbie, it makes sense.
But
that
hey,
he's
guys,
a haymaker.
He was a wrestler from New York.
Maybe highlight is Buckley's fighting again, and he had that knockout.
A lot of those wrestling
ridiculous.
fighters, they try to throw the haymaker.
Joe Quinn Buckley's fighting.
Cause I'm gonna try and hit you with that cross face. I'm gonna try and come in like if I'm a wrestler
and take him down.
I'm gonna make sure I'm coming with that cross face. What? And I'm gonna come really quick and I'm gonna hit you with that, and then come with the takedown. Maybe I'm gonna come up.
Bobby,
I got
yo, Bobby,
you know.
Bobby Rumboyz, Bobby Rumboyz,
Bobby Rumboyz. All right, that's a new name.
Bobby Boys. Bobby's Boys.
Bobby Rum could be the name of your rum.
I know. I hate the name Bobby. I
know he does. That's why I'm trolling it.
No, I said it. I said it.
I know.
But that's why I'm trolling it. I was like, yeah, Bobby.
Can I go slightly more non-awful person and be like, oh, this is the first time that two sisters have fought in the same card ever with Antonina and Valentina on the same card?
Are they sisters?
They are sisters, yes. The Shevchenko are both fighting.
Jesus Christ. Her sister's going to beat the piss out of it. And they're both fighting.
I actually think
it's a lifelong
lose.
Rivalry. A sibling rivalry.
Not
say,
really.
Robbie, how much you weigh?
A card for the matches.
Antonina is not that good of a fighter.
For the ages.
In the UFC level. But, yeah.
Excuse me.
Valentina's probably the best pound-for-pound fighter. If you could get her at a good frame at 135 to 145, I think she's more skilled than Amanda, but she's just so much smaller. It just doesn't match up.
Hey, I ain't gonna lie. If like one of these UFC bad bitches was
Jake Paul, fight me.
Jake Paul. Oh, please. We need the promo. Yes. Robbie and Jake Paul.
He's been saying this for a while, too.
I don't know who that is. Who's that?
Oh, shit.
So he's a YouTuber. So Jake Paul, Logan Paul, they're YouTubers.
He's a dick.
They used to do stupid shit.
YouTubers mean absolutely nothing to me. You mean fake? You mean fake like?
But there is this thing now. There's this thing now where it's like they have like this YouTube boxing thing, and it's like, yo, as long as my show is on this platform, if you're gonna give me an opportunity to give me money and also whoop someone's ass, let me fight the person that's supposedly the top of this shit, and actually, like, I will have a lot of fun.
If I was the CEO of YouTube, I probably would have been fired because I would not hire these people.
I'm gonna defend some people here that I don't watch on
Like,
YouTube.
people know that I can fight. Like, people know like I can actually like fight. Like,
I mean, like, you're a moron. Why do you have 100 million followers? Like, I don't.
Hey,
know.
there's this guy.
Okay,
He like
canceled.
drink. There's this guy. He like drinks
I just. Cause like here's
You
the
know what
thing,
I'm talking
I have such a good 4-point stance. Like my 4-point stance is just so nasty. Like I'm gonna get whatever shot off I want.
Let me be your
I'm gonna get whatever shut off that I want because I'm not gonna let you into my defense. Like
he's the
I
most
always have.
fabulous.
Like
Yo,
I always
Robbie,
have
how much-
something ready. Like I always.
Yo,
have
Robbie, how
something
much
ready.
you weigh, bro? How much you weigh, bro?
Me, 155.
Oh, jeez, no, we can't spar.
He's like, I don't know. I'm bro.
Hey, how
I
tall?
probably got like 60. I probably got like 60 pounds on you. I'm like a solid 205 on a good day.
What are you like 6'2", 6'1", 6'2"?
I just saw
I'm actually-
Real Deal. Real Deal's in the chat.
Real Deal. Hey, send him a link.
Yo, Real
Send him
Deal.
a
What
link.
up, yo?
Guys, hold on here.
Shoot
on.
Real Deal the link. Shout out to
I'm
Real
exactly
Deal.
6 foot. I'm 6 foot.
Okay,
That's
yeah.
what I am.
See,
I'm
I was
solid,
listening.
solid, pure
Listen,
filet mignon.
let
That's
me
what I am.
Let me promote the fight.
Guys, can I roast somebody right now who is way bigger than us and maybe help promote this fight? Someday?
KSI, he's got a good bob and weave. I'll give him that.
Here's the thing, guys. Here's the thing. Do you know who Mike Tyson's doing media with right now, trying to promote the fight? Jake
Doesn't
Paul.
matter.
Big time.
I haven't seen any
And
promotions
Jake Paul
for anything
is
from Mike Tyson.
disrespecting Teen Gohan.
My interview went
by having
good,
his
bro.
Profile picture is Teen Gohan.
My interview
So
went
his
good,
profile
actually.
picture on Twitter is Teen Gohan. Disrespectful because Teen Gohan's way cooler. And there's a picture of
Hey,
him
you
and
know
Mike
what? I used to
Tyson
like Trunks
growing
a lot.
up with Problem Child.
Hey, Problem Child
And-
was hilarious as a kid.
And here's
Hold
the
on,
thing
are
he
you talking-
said actually on Twitter. He created the first content house. That's KSI.
Oh, never mind. I thought you were talking about that
Wrong.
movie.
Yeah, the first like group of people who trying to like make money on the internet together on YouTube was KSI. He started YouTube boxing. His brother headlined that event, and Logan Paul's actually a cool dude. I don't.
Can we do an
hate Logan
MMA
Paul.
match? Can we do an MMA match? Rumboyz versus Logan
Now
Paul.
every influencer is a boxer, not wrong. This is the same tweet,
I'm a
by
shooter.
the way.
Fuck
What's
that, I'm too
next?
old to
Are you
fight.
gonna have? Are you gonna? Gosh. Are you gonna have the FBI raid you on purpose for doing stupid
He
stuff?
scored a shot. All right, let's go. I have a Rona though.
This is a skull.
Cheers
That's
to
actually
me.
sick.
Cheers to you.
Is it like Stone
All the
Cold
Rumboyz and
reference?
girls
It
want to
should be.
do.
Actually, I don't know where the hell I got this from. I'm gonna have a new shot glass every single week though.
But guys, let's look at this tweet by Jake Paul. He was the first.
Why are we still
house.
talking about
again?
this clown?
Because I want to fight him.
Guys, the
Really?
last interview before
really,
the
I
fight
wanna fight
Mike
him,
Tyson
actually. I
did
really would.
was with Jake Paul.
For real?
Like,
Mike
I'll bulk
Tyson
up-
Yes,
fought
look
Ip
at his
Man.
Twitter.
I
He
will
just
bulk
fought
up to
Ip
fight him.
Man.
I will bulk up to fight him. I will bulk up to fight him. I'll bulk
You
up.
need to bulk up a lot, like a lot.
Okay.
I'll
Yeah,
take
isn't
it.
he-
I
isn't he
mean,
like
Jake Paul is what, like
215?
200 pounds, like 6'2", 6'3"?
Yeah, I think it's like 215.
The thing is, I know the game.
Big dude.
Robbie, we really need to beef you up.
Hold
Like
on.
for like bulking
Yes,
season.
yes,
like,
we need to
bulking
get
Somebody
you
hit
that
the Eye
John
of the
Jones
Tiger
stuff.
song. Somebody hit the Eye of the Tiger song.
I want to either
I
he's
mean,
gonna
if-
drop. All right,
on
let's
headphones,
do
you can't
catch
hear
weight.
me.
It's
Let's
the
catch
Eye
weight.
of the Tiger.
Let's catch weight at 170.
We need the Rocky 4 montage right now against the fucking Russian.
Me and one of the Paul brothers. I want to catch weight.
Rocky 4 is my
Catch
favorite.
weight. Can
I'm sorry.
Jake Paul drop
listen.
35 pounds in a week?
That's one of my favorite
It'd be
stories.
undercard.
I ain't gonna lie.
Headliner.
I want to catch weight. Let's go catch
Out
weight
there in
170.
Russia, bro.
Let's go
I
catch
like-
weight.
How about you fight
170.
at?
I like
What?
You gotta
I'll
fight at
go to
170. Jake
175.
Paul
Yeah.
drops,
The second one.
you know,
Second one
55
wasn't bad
pounds.
too. First one was
what's
better
that?
though. First one was
Balboa was trash.
So wait, I had to
I
bulk
didn't
up what
see it.
45.
Rocky
Wait, Jake,
4 was trash, but the speech was the shit.
Jake. If we have to bulk up, or if we do this right,
Nothing's
Tommy
gonna
Gunn?
hit harder than life.
hold on. If
What
we
could
do
you
this,
bulk to? That's the question. Because Jake Paul's gonna have to
Tommy
cut 40
Gunn, man.
pounds.
no.
Yeah.
Is he gonna
So
drop?
trash for
Wait,
that
how much
speech?
would he have to drop? I'm
Hey, me and you were
155.
talking while they were
I'm
talking.
155
I mean,
right now.
And I like that.
Again,
I like that.
we're
this is
kicking
the
it
most
down.
I've talked about Jake Paul in my life. But it says
We're-
Jake Paul is 6'2",
we're making it work.
215 to 220.
It's like we're chilling like together for real.
He's gonna have to cut some weight pretty quick.
So he
Hey.
cuts.
Dude, Rocky, oh
When
my
life
god.
hits you harder, it's not how hard life hits you. It's how you press
Yeah.
forward.
Can Jake
I
Paul
probably
make
started
that
that.
40-pound
I
weight
started
cut in a week?
Hey, let's catch each other at 175. I'm gonna knock your fucking ass out.
Yeah, we're gonna get 30 pounds on Robbie in the next week.
Like
I have
want
30
to.
pounds. I have 30 pounds on Robbie still when he gains 20.
As
You
fast
fight
as I
Jake
am,
Paul.
as
I'm
fast
one
as I
pound
am.
155 and I'm 5'7".
You gotta fight Jake
I'm,
Paul.
Robbie
how
got
much?
3
How
inches
much?
on me.
How big are you, Butler?
I'm 5'7".
5'7" what?
I'm 5'7" and I'm 155.
Jesus Christ.
I'd be 160, but I'd take a
I'm
dump.
5'10".
immediately.
Jake, you're
I'm
tiny.
5'10",
Jake, you're tiny.
155.
I'm a little
You're tiny
guy.
too, no?
I'm
Why is
5'10",
I'm
155.
like 155 on the dot. We're good.
No, how tall are you, Jake?
But for real, I mean,
Jake's like 6 foot, right?
I'll box.
yeah, but
at
I'm
one-
skinny, man.
I'll box
skinny
at
dude.
170. I'll box at 170.
I'm like a Diaz type build,
175.
man.
No, that's good. I'm 6 foot. I'm 6 foot 205.
If we
Solid.
if we
Full name
do
and
the-
young, bro.
Hey, but
Full
you're
name and
Italian
young.
too,
I'm
so you
6
know
foot.
like
Hey,
you got that
hey,
going for
hey,
you.
if we do this MMA fight, I want to be
Maybe
as light as
6 foot.
possible. If we do
Tony.
this if we do this
Tony's
MMA
fan.
fight, I want to do this
I
as
could-
light as
hey, dude,
I
possible.
could never.
Let's look at this
wrestle or
Izzy
do an MMA
Jan
fight ever
Blachowicz
again
fight,
in my
right?
entire life.
Jan's gonna walk into a 5. Izzy's gonna walk in like 187.
Dude, I took jujitsu as a kid.
Yeah. Real
Bro.
fantasies.
I'm like a spider monkey.
I'm serious. No, in all seriousness. Y'all like YouTube personality, fucking social media, fucking bullshit. Like
They're not famous. They're losers.
Yo.
If you follow them, you're a loser. I'm sorry.
I don't
Just
follow
'cause
them.
they got
but
money
I
doesn't
want
mean they're
the
winning.
Fight. I
It's not
want
even
the
that.
clout.
They have
I
money
want-
because of people like us.
It is
They
such
have
an
money
easy
because
fight.
of people
It is
that
such
follow
an
them.
easy
That's
fight.
it.
It is such an easy fight. Why would you not fight one of the Pauls? It's such an easy fight. Why would you not take that fight?
But why would you discuss these people?
But here's what's funny
You're
about
giving
the
them
Paul
fuel.
brothers.
Because it's a
They were
fight.
actually good wrestlers, and now they're boxing.
Hey,
Like,
y'all remember?
They didn't even do their skill set.
Man,
Bro,
you
bro.
know how I knew
Well,
I
then
wanted
I would
to
go.
do
So
YouTube shit?
no. Jake just brought up that they were wrestlers. I will go.
They're really
full
good wrestlers,
MMA.
just
I will
not
go
boxers.
full MMA. Then I will go full MMA. I will go full MMA. But you now, if we're gonna go full MMA, I want to get you as light as possible. And you
Hey,
now have to
asking
come
for
down
a
to what I
friend
walk
Hayden
around
Hurst
at.
Hey, you can't wrestle when you're dehydrated, man. It's
Hurst
hard
or
to
who?
wrestle when you're
Hayden Hurst
Down
or Johnny Smith.
Jake, what do I care? I'm here for a fucking bag.
Right?
I feel like he had to Hayden.
But hey, guys, think of this Magic Wrestling match. By
I'm
the
actually
way,
waiting
I just thought about it.
Calvin Ridley,
If you
then I'll
take
be like,
two
that makes my
dudes like
decision.
Stone Cold and Joe Rogan
Who are the Titans are
versus McAfee and AJ Hawk,
Playing
how
the
great would
Baltimore
that be?
Ravens. I know.
Hold on, I got you.
Robbie, think about this.
But
AJ Hawk
once I
and
found out,
McAfee
They have been
versus
shredded by tight ends.
Stone Cold and Joe
But
Rogan.
his name was
Instantly.
Once I found out who they were,
His
I
name
was
was
like,
Travis Kelce.
I'm trying to scrap. Like, I will beat both these fucking little
I mean,
boys'
he's-
ass.
I mean, he's royalty.
Yeah. Hey,
Guys,
listen, Jake,
guys, wait,
Jake,
really quick. I have a
what's
real
up?
question.
What's up?
Saints
I'm
are giving
about
up bottom 7.
Wait, I'm about to
And
blow
by the
up.
way, guys, this is like the chat behind the
Sven,
scenes
damn
after
it.
the show.
Sven,
No, but I
damn
love
it.
it. This is
Why
real.
would
We're real.
Sven, damn
This
it.
is After Dark.
Sven,
Yeah, this is
Damn
literally
it.
after we're off air.
Vendetta.
I have a real question, and this is especially for Bogard.
Okay.
Are aliens real?
Hell yeah, bro. I talk to them all the time. Bro, I mean,
Here's the thing, man.
Listen,
I had an
you know what?
California's
expert
California's
Eddie
on the verge
Bravo,
of being
and he
called
told me
What
they're
is-
real.
Alien. You know what alien is,
Floronia.
bro? Alien. It's such a broad spectrum. When you say alien, right? You mean
Beings
something
from outer
that's not
space.
what is us. So when you do psychedelics or you travel these different realms, you know what I mean? Like
Your third eye,
you're gonna
yeah.
see different entities in different energies, whatever you want to call them, but they are alien to what we know. So yes, to answer your question, there's aliens.
For me,
Sven,
I'm just saying.
Like,
You can go. You good?
I mean, there's illegal aliens. There's.
wow.
I'm just saying. Like, I don't know. Like, I mean, I don't want to.
But I mean, you did too. It's cool. It's cool.
I'm just saying. Like, I don't.
Yes, that was such
I'm
a
not.
good answer.
I'm not saying anything of the topic. I'm just saying there is.
So you don't believe in aliens?
Like extraterrestrials?
Yes.
Yeah,
extraterrestrials.
Like,
all right.
Yeah.
Like you really think that there was some
Yeah.
you really think there's some entity that was just like, I'm gonna cook up some blondes right now. Like I'm gonna just make some blonde human beings. Like,
does anybody see my reference? No or no?
I seen your reference.
oh shit, I can't read it. Oh fuck.
No. It's ET phone home.
Oh
Yes.
you're pointing.
I
Oh.
almost wore my ET shirt today, to be honest.
No, that's actually a shirt of my buddy. Oof.
Jake,
Sorry.
are aliens real?
No, aliens.
So
I don't know.
watched a very knowledgeable podcast of Eddie Bravo and Joe Rogan.
Yeah, well, they
it's
had
Rogan.
the dude that worked.
And
for
We
the
have to get fucking
Area
Joe
51,
Rogan on
right?
this motherfucking show.
Here's the thing, man. When you watch
Jesus
that,
Christ. We probably
They're-
can't, but we'll
it's
try.
literally
So
during
legit.
a fight companion, and they're just talking about aliens the entire time. How can it not be true when Eddie Bravo is saying aliens are real, and Joe Rogan's like, it makes some sense. So it has to.
Well,
be
Joe
possible.
Rogan does a lot of weed. He smokes a lot, and he also
There's
takes
a
those brain
submerged
pills.
city of Atlanta.
He takes a
that
lot
we
of
cannot
brain pills
explain.
too, right?
Yes.
So
Dude, Joe
There is
Rogan
a
is
city
my
of
hero.
Atlantis that we cannot explain. Like you cannot tell me that aliens aren't real.
I don't know. We can't. There's literally nothing we're going off of except seeing Mel Gibson and Signs. Okay,
Listen,
like that is.
why- I
Was
went
that-
down several rabbit
Was that
holes.
K-Pax? The movie?
K-Pax was fucking awesome.
That's
Such a
literally
good
like
movie with
the
Kevin
old
The
man-
last
Spacey.
movie I watched like 10 years ago.
Kevin,
I can't watch
if
the
your
movie.
thoughts on
I'm
Kevin
intentionally
Spacey now, okay, don't let it fool you.
Hold on, his
You
name
get
that
has-
movie-
us after the show.
Exactly, like
Do you like
go
this
watch
better,
K-Pax.
actually? We should
Hey,
actually
Bridget?
ask the people watching. Do you like this better than our actual content? Because this is what we are after the show.
No, this is later. So like this, I feel like the after halftime. should
I'm
be
not
like,
eating cereal. I'm eating hamburger helper.
Hey, hamburger help is
shit.
fire. You just gotta dope it up.
Wow.
Well, I
Hey.
doped it up.
You gotta dope it up, right? You gotta throw extra shit in that joint. You know what I mean?
Hamburger helper. Honestly, I feel like
actually
I've had
watched,
hamburger helper once in my
Manga
entire
dude
life.
that I'm a
Listen,
big
that was
fan
part of
of,
my
and
childhood.
actually been on a stream with.
That's part of my childhood, and we always
Eating
have it in
cereal
the
on
cabinet,
stream,
bro.
and I never want to eat cereal again after it.
And I'm a cook.
The microphone
I've been
eating
eating it
cereal
all
on
day.
stream was so gross.
Today
I can see that.
we
This slurp was like, dude, you're.
I can see
doing a lot.
that. Yeah,
This
right.
is-
Like, hey, yeah, bro. Stop
Just,
eating
no,
your cereal.
just kill the cereal beforehand. This is absolutely disgusting.
I have 2 more bites. Just let Bogart talk, okay?
I eat cereal like in the middle of the night for real.
No, what were you gonna say? You were gonna say something intellectual. And
Hey, Robbie, how many times have you said that on the broadcast? Let Bogart talk.
That was the first. You know what? I was gonna take it back. I was like, oh shit. I thought he was gonna say let Jake talk. I swear to God, bro. Like, it's kind of crazy. This is 2020, bro.
Oh my God.
This is 2020.
I'm sorry. I'm blowing up the stream. Everybody in the chat, that's like.
I'm fucked up right now. When he said let someone,
Bogart talk.
When he said the word let, I went quiet because I was I thought he was gonna be like Bogart let so and so. Listen, bro.
That's my Mintus. Let's drink.
Ooh, hey, next week.
Shot.
Bro,
okay.
I was telling this to hey, check this out, Sven. I was telling
The
this
Crystal
to
Skull, which should never have been made. Hey Jake, why don't you join us? Why don't you join us on Sunday mornings, bro? And I love your craft. I love your little, glass.
Jake treats drinking like a fucking sport. Like he has like a glass and a
Here's the
fucking.
thing.
He knows what to pour in what glass. And
No, I'm saying, why doesn't Jake join us on Sunday mornings, man, for our fucking NFL?
Do you understand how a fight night goes for me? It goes late.
It's rough. It's
wah.
And yes,
you can wake up.
But I have
I don't want his schedule.
All right.
No, I don't
What's
want
your
his
time
schedule.
zone?
He's in
Central.
He's in Ohio.
Eastern.
I don't know what that means.
Eastern time zone.
He's Eastern.
But more importantly,
He's from
there's a very
Cleveland.
important anime to catch up on and manga to read that day. So gotta focus on that. And then you wake up at like 10 o'clock and you're kind of alive. And
I'm
then,
just saying,
after you get your cardio in, which is like, after you get your like 8,000 steps of cardio in the morning where you kind of feel dead, then you clean up and you're like, I feel kind of alive.
Ooh, I like
you're just
that.
like,
bar,
okay, it's
Neil.
1 o'clock, the game starts. We're good to go.
I'm gonna use
you know?
Pull that up. What did he say? What did Neil say?
He said, Bogart 5'8" with the presence of a 7-footer.
He's got that little man syndrome, yo.
Hey, you
That
already
little
know,
man
you know
syndrome,
crazy?
yo.
Larger than
Hey, you guys,
life,
be right
B.
back. I had to put the cat to bed.
Larger than life, B.
My dog's got the same syndrome, Bogart. He's probably like about 1.5 feet off the ground.
Yo, for a second, I thought Ben was
Hey,
about to start
listen, bro,
spitting
you know what's
bars.
crazy, bro? Is I just be like, the world loves me, man. Like, and
I don't know
love
where
the
he
world,
is.
man.
No, I shut the door. He's not coming in. I brought him on, I think, one of the shows. I don't know which one. One of them.
You know, I was there. I seen your dog.
Two of them. Two little shits.
We've had a great time. We've had a great time. But you know what? Cheers to me.
Let's just cheers. Let's cheers. Let's keep going.
Let's
just keep going. We're cheers.
Come on, let's go.
We're closing on live.
Oh yeah, okay, that's cool. All right.
But guess what, y'all? Pay for the rest. Cheers to me. Cheers to you. All the Rumboyz and girls. What it do? Dilly.
This Crystal Skull is not for that awful movie that was made for Indiana Jones.
We fucking love y'all. Outro.
Dude, that's a terrible movie. It's a terrible movie.
It really was.
This is either madness or brilliance.